It's a hot day in Thousand Oaks, California, as the Conejo Oaks get set to take on the Ventura County Pirates. Welcome, everybody. I am Jonah Malkin. Alongside me is Jonathan Rifkind here at Sparky Anderson Field in what hopes to be a lovely day. The Oaks coming in with a 17-11 record, but coming off a crushing defeat yesterday, Johnny, against the SoCal Catch. They lost 5-4 on a walk-off home run from Omar Ortiz in the bottom of the ninth against Robbie Medell, the closer for the Oaks, putting them in a two-game slump. But on the flip side, for the Pirates, they've actually had a pretty successful season, 17-6-1 overall, 11-4. Now, granted, they are in the Sunset League, but they are coming into today's game on a win of their own, 10-1 against the Sparrows. Johnny, what did you take away from yesterday's loss? Because the Oaks, for the second time this season, when they were leading a game, they ultimately fell apart down the stretch.
You know, Jonah, there's a couple of things that I take away, and the biggest thing is the lack of ability to capitalize with runners in scoring position. Yes, they left a total of 8 runners on base yesterday, which is a big number, something that Coach Solis does not want to see in his team. And that's been a story the last couple of days. But overall, you look at, they got runners on third base in the first, the third, the fifth, and the sixth inning, and they only got 2 runs of those 5 runners at third base across the plate. That is a really bad sign if you're the Oaks offense, because when you have runners on with less than 2 outs, especially in scoring position, your job is to get them home, and they have not been capitalizing. And in my mind, that is what today's game is going to have to be about, is changing that so that way they can eventually start hitting the ball again a little bit better.
We'll break down the keys to the game in just a moment, but we're going to send it to our PA announcer, Chris Ruffinelli, for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Our nation's anthem. Welcome back, everybody. Jonah Malkin and Jonathan Rifkind above the press box. Let's break down the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Ventura County Pirates, out in right field and leading off, Kobe Allen, the University of Pacific product. In the second spot, John Serrato, designated hitter out of Antelope Valley College. In the third spot behind him, Darren Kriz, the left fielder out of Cal State Monterey Bay. In the cleanup spot, Troy Malcahay, the first baseman out of Laverne University. Behind him in the fifth spot, Miles Hager, the second baseman from Cal State Monterey Bay. And in the sixth spot, Grant Mona, the shortstop out of Glendale Community College. In the bottom of the order, DeAndre Sanchez in the seventh spot, the third baseman from Cal State Monterey Bay. In the eighth spot, Anthony Parisi, the catcher out of Antelope Valley College. And to round out the order, Kyle Lathrop, the center fielder out of Antelope Valley College. And for the Oaks, Jacob Castro behind the dish, Chase Cockrow over at third base, Grant Mayo at short, Will Pickett's at second base, Cody Santana at first. In the outfield, Jordan McFarland in left, DJ Miller in center, Brandon Lewis in right. And on the mound, Eric Maw, the Whitman College product, making his second start of the season. Now, Johnny, yesterday was interesting. It was the first time all season that the Oaks, when tied with an opponent heading into the bottom of the ninth, ultimately lost the game. And just, as we mentioned, the second time all season, where when they were leading in a game, they ultimately lost. The last time that happened was June 8th against the San Luis Obispo Blues when they led 4-2 heading into the top of the ninth, and ultimately lost in extra innings 5-4. But they're going to look to change that here as we get set for the first pitch, with Kobe Allen to step in and taps that back against the glove of Castro for strike one, and we are underway. First pitch time, 4:26 in a hot day in Thousand Oaks, California. 0-1 pitch runs upstairs and away for ball one.
Hey, you say hot, Jonah. This is the hottest start that we have seen this summer. 98 degrees. It was 103 earlier.
1-1 is dealt and fouled out of play for strike two. Allen, the right fielder out of the University of Pacific. He's got an impressive 11 RBIs on the season, batting .373. 1-2 pitch is slapped into shallow left field for a leadoff base hit, and the Pirates quickly over on base.
This has happened to the Oaks a number of times, especially yesterday. You look back at the top of the first against the Catch in that 5-4 loss. Evan Standman led off with a single, and then he led off with a single in the 5th and the 7th as well. The Oaks needed to do a better job containing the top of the order, especially early in games, because that's been part of their Achilles heel as of late.
John Serrato will step in, lay off that pitch that catches the outside corner for strike one. For the Pirates, this is just the third team that they're playing in the CCL. They played the Academy Barons in the beginning of the season, as that pitch is cut on and missed for strike two. But in the Sunset League, they lead the entire division, 11-4, which is also first in the North Division. Just 6 teams, but getting a great experience here. 1-0-2 cut on and missed for strike three, and quickly Eric Maw has his first strikeout on the day.
Yeah, Maw is actually the freshman Ironman of the week back in March for Whitman College when he pitched a complete game shutout. Actually had a no-hitter that day as well. Came to the Oaks here from a Division III level and playing very well against some Division I talent.
Darren Kurz lays off the pitch that runs low and for ball one. Allen led things off with a single, and he's over at first with one away. He's going to go. Kriz pops that up into left field, and McFarland will make the catch for out number two.
Good pitch from Maw after the curveball. He's able to toss in there an upstairs fastball that jammed up Kurz a little bit. Unfortunately, he popped it out right into McFarland's glove.
So after a leadoff base hit from Allen, quickly 2 away here in the top of the first. Oaks coming back home after playing the SoCal Catch in La Mirada yesterday, but will quickly take to the road tomorrow to take on the Arroyo Seco Saints in Pasadena. Mickelhay swings and misses for strike one. Ma says, with regard to his fastball, normally throws between 82 and 85. Second pitch runs low for ball one. Likes to use the changeup, as well as a slider and occasionally a splitter. Righty will come set on the mound. Takes the sign from Castro and deals the 1-1. Up and away for ball two. And consistency, Johnny, is, I think, the biggest issue with the Oaks right now. They have a number of games where they play extremely well. As the 2-1 is swung on and missed, the throw to second is in time for out number three. So all cut me off on a leadoff base hit, a strikeout, a flyout, and a runner caught stealing will end the inning on no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through half an inning here at Spark Anderson Field. You're watching Oaks baseball on KDTV. We'll take a short break. Welcome back to Spark Anderson Field. Jonathan Rifkind and myself, Jonah Malkin. Glad to be with you on a lovely Friday afternoon here in Thousand Oaks, California. The starting lineup for the Oaks to lead off DJ Miller, the center fielder from Ole Miss. Grant Mayu behind him. In shortstop from San Diego State. In the third spot, Brandon Lewis, the right fielder from Pierce College. Chase Cockrell to clean up, the third baseman from Ole Miss. Cody Santana behind him at first base at Hawaii Pacific. Out in left and in the sixth spot, Jordan McFarland, the Arkansas Razorback. Juan Gonzalez behind him in the seventh spot, designated hitter today from Oklahoma Baptist. Jacob Castro, the catcher from UC Irvine, behind the dish. And Will Pickett's to round out the order in the ninth spot. The second baseman from Pierce College, and on the mound for the Pirates, Griffin Hagan, the Antelope Valley College product. Anthony Parizzi behind the dish. DeAndre Sanchez over at third. Grant Mona at short. Miles Hager at second. Troy Mulcahy over at first. Kobe Allen in right field. Kyle Lathrop in center field. And Darren Kriz in left field to round out the field for the Pirates as we get set for the bottom of the first. No score, DJ Miller looking to change that here. Hagan deals the first pitch, taken on the inside corner for strike one. Miller has struggled, was 0 for 4 yesterday with 1 RBI against the Catch and has been in a bit of a slump. Quickly slaps that into right center. That's going to roll against the wall. Miller's going to come around first and be held up at second. Actually, he's going to keep running past second and come over at third with a stand-up triple. No better way to get out of a slump than to lead off with a stand-up triple in the first hit of the day for the Oaks.
Fastest guy on the Oaks, one of the fastest guys in the CCL. You see part of the reason why he made the All-Star team, because he is just an anomaly on the base path. Once he gets going, that would be a double normally, but he beat that out for a triple easily.
Grant Mayu will step in after the triple from Miller. Look to quickly bring him home. Lays off the inside pitch for strike one. Mayu was 2 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout, but a run scored for the San Diego State Aztec. And quickly in a prime opportunity to collect an RBI with nobody away here in the bottom of the first. Hagan deals the 0-1. Runs inside for ball one. Hagan, the right-hander. He's actually a versatile player, pitches as well as throws for the Pirates. Deals the 1-1, just drops below the strike zone for ball two.
This is a big spot, Jonah. We talked about the Oaks' lack of ability to get runners in from scoring position early. Now they can change that here, getting on the board early if they can get Miller in.
Mayu waves the bat over his right shoulder. Quickly grounds that to short. Gloving it is Mona. He'll toss it to first, but not before Miller will come home. So Mayu collects an RBI, and the Oaks lead it 1-0 early in the bottom of the first.
That's one way to do it. It was a productive out there for Mayu. Batted at the bottom of the order yesterday. And you can't complain. Yeah, you got the out, but you actually got the run. So bases are clear, but you're up 1-0. Good job from Mayu, able to put that ball in play in a spot where you can get Miller in.
And getting out to good starts has been a bit of an Achilles heel for the Oaks recently. We've talked about the first 3 innings having to be where they strike first, as Lewis takes that pitch on the inside corner for strike one. And the last time the Oaks had a good scoring output was when Lewis hit a solo home run in the top of the 10th against the Halos. Hagan's pitch catches the inside corner for strike two. So quickly down 0-2 is Lewis. But the Oaks lead it 1-0 on the RBI from Mayu that sent Miller home. 0-2's cut on and missed for strike three. Give Hagan his first strikeout on the day, and 2 away for the Oaks in the bottom of the first.
Started out with a strike at the knees, got the inside corner on a fastball, and then a breaking pitch in the dirt. Eluded Lewis, and that was a good series for Hagan. Settling in now after he gave up that game leadoff triple for the Oaks, and now down 1-0.
Chase Cockrell will step in the cleanup spot. Beautiful pitch over the heart of the plate for strike one. Hagan takes the sign from Parisi. Deals the 0-1. That's slapped past the glove of the third baseman. He's going to try to make out the throw, but not going to get there in time. Nice play from Sanchez for out number 3. So the Oaks get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. They lead it 1-0 as we're through 1 full inning here at Spark Anderson Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. Troy Mulcahy to lead off in the cleanup spot for the Pirates. Welcome back, everybody. Ma's first pitch runs upstairs for ball 1. Top of the second we go. Oaks struck first and lead it 1-0. Ma's second pitch, low and inside for ball 2. Miles Hager on deck. Grant Mona in the hole. Mulcahy looking to bounce back, get things started. Slaps one into the glove of Cockrell. Will make the throw to Santana for out number 1.
Nice play there from Cockrell. He's actually been a very underrated third baseman on the season. Hasn't made a ton of errors, though he has been playing first more than he's been playing third. With that said, he has a very good eye for the ball coming at him, as you saw right there. And it boded well for the first out of the inning.
Miles Hager to step in. Quickly taps it back against the screen for strike 1. Hager is third in the Sunset League with home runs, 3 on the season, and batting .289 for the Pirates. Ma's second pitch fouled out of play for strike 2. A slow 69-mile-an-hour changeup from Ma. As we mentioned, his pitches, at least his fastballs, typically range between 82 and 85. Another one dealt below the strike zone for ball 1. That was 81 miles an hour. Quickly one away in the top of the second. Hager cut on and missed for strike 3, and quickly Ma has 2 strikeouts on the day.
Nice series of pitches there for Ma. He seems in control on the mound. His footing is there. He's hitting the spots that are set for him from Castro behind the plate, and overall his control just looks phenomenal right now.
Grant Mona will step in. Takes a beautiful pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. The Oaks will play against the Royal Cycle Saints tomorrow in Ventura Halos to round out the week. Another pitch thrown upstairs for ball 1. And then in this month of July, there will be a lot more road games, so we won't be at Spark Anderson Field quite as much. Another pitch low for ball 2. But that's how it should be. It's Summer League, get a chance to play at a number of different venues. 2-1 pitch, ripped into right field, and Lewis will get underneath it and make the catch for out number 3. So a ground out, a strikeout, And a flyout ends the top of the second. Oaks lead it 1-0. We're through 1.5 here at Spark Anderson Field. You're watching Oaks baseball on KDTV, simulcast onto YouTube. We'll take a short break.
The Oaks first baseman from Hawaii.
5, 6, and 7 batters due up for the Oaks. In the bottom of the second, welcome back, everybody. I'm Jonah Malkin. Alongside me is Jonathan Rifkin. The left-hander, Cody Santana, up at the plate to lead things off for the Oaks. Behind him, Jordan McFarland on deck, and Juan Gonzalez in the hole. Hagen deals the first pitch, catches the outside corner for strike one. Oaks lead it 1-0 on just one hit. It was a triple from DJ Miller. And then Mayu followed that up with an RBI. Was thrown out at first, but didn't matter as it brought Miller home. Santana got the day off yesterday against the Catch, but looking to respond today. 0-1 is hit deep into left, and Chris takes a couple steps back and makes the catch for out number one. And especially Johnny being back here at Spark Anderson Field, the dimensions are a little farther than some of the dimensions we've seen at some of the other ballparks.
Yeah, especially yesterday, 385 to dead center field. Here it's 400. Though left and right down the lines are about comparable to what the Oaks have seen. Center field is the farthest in the CCL.
McFarland lays off the outside pitch for ball one. The Arkansas Razorback also got the day off yesterday. And swings and misses for strike one. Beautiful curveball from Hagen. Started up at the shoulders, dropped below the belt in the strike zone. He's been keeping the majority of his pitches around the 70s. Deals the 1-1 below the strike zone for ball two. For the Pirates, they'll play the Oaks today and will stay on the road to face off against the South Bay Saints at El Camino College tomorrow before heading back home at LA Valley College, their home field. 1-2-1 runs away for ball three. McFarland showing great patience in the batter's box, waves that bat over his right shoulder. 3-1 is dealt and tapped against the screen to bring the count full. We saw yesterday the Oaks had 10 full count situations, so they've definitely improved in that department since the beginning of the year, showing much more patience in the batter's box. Hagen deals the payoff pitch, tapped and fouled back against the screen, and we'll do it again. Quiet day here in Thousand Oaks, California. A couple of the usual fans on the Oaks side. We'll give a couple shout-outs in a moment. 3-2 pitch just misses the inside corner for ball four. That's the first walk issued on the day for Hagen, and that'll send McFarland strutting over to first.
McFarland has been hitting poorly the last couple of weeks, but the one thing he hasn't lacked is the patience in the batter's box, drawing a number of walks. You see right there. He's able to work the count, foul off a couple of tough pitches, and get the count he wanted before making Hagen throw a bad pitch inside.
Juan Gonzalez, the righty, stepping in, recently announced as a CCL All-Star lays off the low pitch for ball 1. Also being recognized and sent to the All-Star team is Evan McMillan, Robbie Medell, DJ Miller, and Max Weinstein. So big congrats to all those Oaks players on making the team. 1-0, low in the ground for ball 2. Also want to give a shout out to head coach David Solis. He's been appointed the coach for the CCL South team. He's been with the Oaks for 11 seasons, 6 as a head coach, but's never gotten the opportunity to coach the All-Star game. And I'm sure he'll relish that opportunity as a slow pickoff attempt is late to first.
That wasn't one of those, I'm trying to get you. That was, I need to take a break from pitching, but I don't have a time. I can call a timeout, but the umpire will think I'm wasting time, so I'm just going to throw it over to my first baseman.
Hagan deals the 2-0, ripped out of play for strike 1. And it could also be with the heat as well. That plays a factor. Some of the pitchers looking right into the sun from the angle. The sun's beaming right onto the field. Wind's just about 5-mile-an-hour gusts into right. So hasn't been playing too much of a factor. McFarland is going to go at a bad time. The throw to second is in time. And McFarland's going to be caught stealing for the second out of the inning. Or the first out of the inning.
Yeah, 1-6, or actually 1-4 put out there. Nice job by Hagan, realizing that McFarland took off early and able to nab him at second base.
That was the second out of the inning. Gonzalez lays off the pitch that stayed upstairs for ball 3. McFarland started going really early and didn't have time to recover back to first. Hagan deals the 3-1, popped into center. Lathrop's running underneath it, and will take a couple steps forward and make the catch for out number 3. So a fly out, a runner caught stealing, and another fly out ends the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base, but Oaks lead it 1-0. We'll take a short break.
Marketplace.
Bottom of the order for the Pirates here in the top of the third. Oaks lead it 1-0. And quickly Sanchez hits that one for the base hit. It's going to drop in shallow center for the second hit of the day for the Pirates.
Another one pitch, one hit leadoff in the first or in the second of the 3 innings that the Pirates have been on offense in today's game. Moth starting out with first pitch fastballs right at the belt. That's hurting him a little bit. These batters are starting to read him a little bit and capitalizing here.
Second leadoff base hit for the Pirates. Kobe Allen led things off in the first. And Sanchez, Parisi lays the bunt. Maw will make the play to first for out number 1, but Sanchez will advance over to second. So sacrifice bunt from Parisi advances Sanchez to second. And quickly, for the first time in today's game, the Pirates have a runner in scoring position.
center field from
Yeah, that was a very nice sacrifice bunt. A little dead fish roll down the first base line. Ma's able to get it, but Sanchez took off just early enough where he was able to get into second without a play.
One away. Sanchez over at second. Kyle Lathrop, the righty, will step in. Ma deals the first pitch, grounded to short. The pickle between Sanchez and Cockrell is going to continue. Throw over to Pickett's, trying to chase him down. Another toss is finally going to get him out. So Ma able to tag out Sanchez on the pickle. We'll provide you the exact.
It was a 6-5-4-1 fielder's choice.
Now batting, number 1.
So a very intricate pickle there, but a good coverage by Ma at third, eventually able to make the final tag.
So despite Sanchez being tagged out, that entire sequence of events enabled Lathrop to advance all the way over to second on the fielder's choice. But 2 away, swung on and miss is Allen for strike 1.
I remember Allen led off with that single back in the first inning. He knows how to hit the spots in the field, and Ma has to be careful that he doesn't show him the same pitch.
Ma takes the sign from Castro, deals the 0-1, upstairs for ball 1. Ma, as we've mentioned, just making his second start of the season, has normally come in as a reliever. Beautiful pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. But especially with an interleague game that this is, Coach Solis wanted to utilize everyone in the bullpen and give Ma a chance to start. 1-2 tapped back and out of play for keep the count at 1-2. Sanchez was taking off on the hit and run. Once he saw that ball tap against the screen, strutted back over to second. Ma will check him at second and fire the 1-2. That's going to hit him in the back. So Allen gets hit by the pitch. That'll send him over at first, and the Pirates have 2 on.
27, John.
And that ball was read at 89 miles an hour on the gun. Now, if that's correct, that would be the fastest pitch that we have seen Ma throw this season. And that is not the one that you want to get drilled in the back. Allen over at first base shaking it off, and he's okay as he takes his lead.
Serrato takes the pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Allen over at first, Lathrop at second. And John Serrato, the designated hitter from Antelope Valley College, looking to tie this game up. 0-1, just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Similar spot. Ma just couldn't quite catch the outside corner. And the left-hander looking to potentially take the lead here in the top of the third. 1-1 is popped high in the sky to right. Lewis will call off everyone else and make the catch for out number 3. So the Pirates had an opportunity with 2 on, but no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. Oaks lead it 1-0. We're through 2.5 here at Sparky Anderson Field.
Ball number 22,
Bottom of the third. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jonah Malkin. Alongside me is Jonathan Rifkind. Jacob Castro to lead off in the 8th spot. Will Pickett's on deck. And then back to the top of the order we go in the bottom of the third. Hagen's first pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. In 2 innings, he's given up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Comes set, deals the 0-1. Identical spot on the outside corner for strike 2. Castro, the UC Irvine anteater, getting the nod today. One of 3 catchers in the Oaks roster, along with Zane Willems and Juan Gonzalez. Hit a home run against the Orange County Riptide over the right part of the wall last week. 0-2 up and away for ball 1. That was probably one of the only no-doubters we've seen from the Oaks side. That one was absolutely crushed over the right part of the wall. 1-2. Hit into right field, and making the leaping grab is Kobe Allen for out number 1. Beautiful play from Allen over and right. Puts 1 away for the Oaks, and Will Pickett's to step in. Pickett's the Pierce College product. One of 3 Pickett's in the family. His father, Bill Pickett's, is the coach of Pierce College, and his grandfather is also Bill. So lucky number 3. 0-0 pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. Pickett's getting the nod today as Max Weinstein is getting the day off over in second. But he's been extremely reliable infielder as well. Only has 1 error on the season, but hasn't gotten a whole lot of opportunities to start, but he's made the most of every single one. Hagen deals the 0-1, fouled out of play for strike 2. For the Oaks, this isn't a CCL game, as we mentioned, in interleague. And currently, they trail the Santa Barbara Foresters in the Central Division. Foresters at 15-8. Oaks at 12-9. Low pitch for ball 1. And for some reason, Jonathan, we've seen consistency has been an issue with this team. They've had a number of great games, as we've seen against the Foresters, and then a 2-game slump, as we see today. 1-2 is cut on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout on the day for Hagen, and that's 2 away for the Oaks.
You know, Jackson Simonsgard was telling me that the team plays to the level of their opponent most of the time. Yes, they lost 11-1 to the Foresters just 2 days ago, but the Foresters lost 3 games before that to the Oaks. The Oaks tend to play better against higher level competition because they play up to that competition, and they play down to teams that aren't as talented.
Miller lays off the pitch over the heart of the plate for strike 1. And that's a great way to sum it up from Simonsgard, because they've lacked that consistency needed. 0-1 pitch hit deep into left center, trying to make the catch. It's Lathrop. It's going to drop, and Miller is going to come over to second with a stand-up double, and he's 2 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, a double and a triple now. Miller getting both of the Oaks hits today thus far, and he's seeing the field very well. He hit the same ball, a fastball at the belt, into almost the same area last time. It was just a little bit hit, or it was a little bit harder back in the first inning, but overall he's doing a phenomenal job putting that ball into no man's land and getting on extra bases.
Grant Mayu will step in, ground it out to short, but brought home Miller for an RBI. Lays off the inside pitch, catches a strike zone for strike 1. And Mayu, interestingly, has a couple side gigs that we'll mention to you in just a moment. Bit of an interesting guy. Hagen checks Miller over at second and deals the 0-1. Runs outside and low for ball 1. He told me yesterday that on his spare time, he's actually a driver for Lyft. So if anyone in the area is looking for a nice conversation and a nice ride, feel free to hit up Grant Mayo because he could provide all that and more for you.
Yeah, but he's one of those expensive lifts because he drives a brand new Ford F-150. So if you're looking for you're paying for the conversation, but you're getting a luxurious ride as well.
1-1, low and inside for ball 2. But that's the price you pay for a nice conversation.
Yeah,
Most of the time,
riders matters, right?
riders just kind of stay to themselves.
Well, it depends.
Depends on the company. Maybe more taxis stay to themselves as opposed to Ubers and Lyfts.
Hey, you're more personable, I feel like, with ride-sharing companies.
Hagan checks Miller at second. Deals the 2-1. Grounded to third. And Sanchez will make the play over at first for out number 3. So Oaks strike for no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. They lead 1-0 as we're through 3 full here at Spark Anderson Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. Back here at Spark Anderson Field, I'm Jonah Malkin, and for the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, my broadcasting partner, Jonathan Rifkind.
Thanks, Jonah. Phenomenal job as always. Top of the 4th, Oaks up 1-0 over the Pirates as Darren Criss will step in 0 for 1 on the day. Eric Maub back on the mound deals a strike. Taken for 0-1 up on the board. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Conejo. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Ventura as Maub quickly deals the 0-1 pitch, a curveball that loops a little bit too far up in the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and nobody away. Oaks looking to pick things up, riding a 2-game losing skid. 1-1 pitch is another curveball in the same exact spot for ball number 2. Joe Torres heads down to the Oaks bullpen. Looks like he's going to start stretching. Typically in interleague games, Solis likes to throw as many pitches as he can as the 2-1 pitch is skied towards right field, but out of play for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody away here at Sparky Anderson Field, a 1-game homestand for the Oaks before they hit the road again tomorrow to take on the Arroyo Seco Saints in Pasadena. 1-10 first pitch. 2-2 pitch runs outside for ball 3. 3 curveballs resulting in 3 balls in that bat, and now Maz facing a full count situation. Whitman College righty deals the payoff pitch. Skied into center field. Miller will take a couple of steps to his right and make the catch for out number 1.
Miller is such a reliable outfielder, especially out in center, uses his athleticism to his advantage. Not too many balls end up drifting past that guy.
Troy Mulcahy will step in now 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to third his first time up. From the University of Laverne, the first pitch in from Ma runs low and away for ball 1. Jonah, because I'm the secondary today on the broadcast, our trivia question will come a little bit earlier, but I do have one in mind for you. Ma deals the 1-0 pitch skied back out of play, and that'll leave the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, fans, the Oaks are selling raffle tickets. You have the opportunity to win a Albert Pujols autographed bat, a Mike Trout autographed baseball, a Cole Calhoun autographed baseball, a Mike Scioscia autographed bat, Conejo Oaks merchandise, 2 $25 Visa gift cards as the 1-1 pitch is slapped back for strike number 2. $5 per ticket, $20 for 5 tickets. Win or not need to be present. Feel free to tweet at us to reserve X amount of tickets, however many you want. You have to pay before you receive the ticket. You can also tweet at Jonah or myself or Venmo us. We'll reserve those tickets for you. 1-2 pitch up and away for ball 2. Raffle is drawn on July 15th. It's only about a week left. Ma deals the 2-2 pitch. Cut on and missed for strike 3. Mulcahy is down on strikes. The third on the day for Ma. That puts 2 outs up on the board now for the Cal State Monterey product, Miles Hager. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout.
Ma's just done a fantastic job utilizing his off-speed pitches, keeping those in the low 70s, taking these batters off guard.
First pitch is a high fastball, swung and a missed for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch dealt for Ma. Swung and a miss for strike 2. That was that sinker that Jonah was talking about Ma sometimes throws. That one cut on towards the knees as time is called. Give you a lay of the land here for the Oaks. Out and right is Brandon Lewis, DJ Miller in center, Jordan McFarland in left. Infield here after this pitch. Ma deals the 0-2. Way outside as Castro makes an acrobatic catch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cody Santana's at first. Will Pickett's at second. Graham Mayu at short. Chase Cockrell at third. Behind the dish is Jacob Castro. And Eric Mall on the mound as he deals the 1-2 pitch. Ripped towards left but out of play. And we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Another one of those pitches that Ma was holding his breath on. If that just dropped into fair territory out in left field, could have been bad news.
1-2 pitch. A 2-hopper back to the mound where Ma will barehanded and underhand toss it to Santana at first for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 3.5 here from Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks still lead at 1-0. You're watching Oaks Baseball on KDTV. Simulcasted onto YouTube. We'll be right back. Brandon Lewis, or B. Lewis, his teammates dubbed him, will step in here in the bottom of the 4th inning to lead things off for the Oaks, up 1-0. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout as Griffin Hagen's back on the mound. The first pitch that he fires in is ripped towards left field, and that one is going to go just foul, left of the foul pole for strike number 1. You see in the background there the training camps for the LA Rams. Oaks are still working on a Rams day. The Rams in their first full summer out in those practice facilities. They're actually beautiful facilities, 2 football fields occupying the land. The 0-1 pitch in from Hagen. Runs on the inside corner for strike number 2.
Great swing from Lewis. Made great contact with that ball, launched that deep in the left. It just unfortunately sailed a little bit out of play.
Hagen takes his time on the mound. Lewis digs back in. And the 0-2 pitch fired in is in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no runs, 2 hits, no errors for the visiting Pirates. The first of 3 times the Oaks will play them this season. And for the Oaks, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The righty toes the rubber, Pearson fires the 1-2 pitch. Lifted to left center field, running back on it is Chris, and it is going to be just short of the wall as it bounces down, and Lewis will stand up on second base with a stand-up double here to lead things off for the Oaks in their half of the 4th inning.
Unbelievable. 3 out of 4 innings, the Oaks have led off with a triple, a double, and now another double. They're just seeing the field extremely well and making great contact on all these pitches. They're just dropping right in the heart of the strike zone.
Only stipulation is they only have 1 run to show for it. Chase Cockrell steps in now 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to third. Lewis on second base. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Hagan comes set. Checks Lewis at second and fires the first pitch. A curveball wave to short where Murillo backhanded, make the toss across the diamond. In time for out number 1. Lewis stays put at second base. Nice play there from Maria. That's not an easy pitch, and I guess it's Mariah actually, my mistake, but it's not an easy play to make as you're gliding to your right and you have to throw across your body while following the opposite direction. He did a good job and executed it to perfection. Cody Santana will step in now. 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to left. Doesn't normally go opposite field, but his last at bat he was a little bit late on a fastball and flew out. 1 on, 1 away here. Oaks up 1-0. Hagan fires the first pitch to Santana on the outside corner for strike number 1.
Beautiful pitch from Hagan on the outside corner, especially with a left-handed batter like Santana. You want to keep those pitches on the outside, force him to swing away from the ball.
Hagan comes set once again. 0-1 count up on the board, and he's going to step off and turn to make sure Lewis is safe at second base. The entire bench yelled back, even though it was more sarcastic than actually telling him to go back, but he gives him a thumbs up nonetheless. The righty once again on the mound comes set, toes the rubber, takes the sign from Parisi, and fires the 0-1 pitch, tapped foul for strike number 2. I said this is one of 3 times these teams will play. It's actually only one of 2 times these teams will play. After today, the Oaks will be on the road for a while, starting next week, and then the Ventura County Pirates will come back on the 23rd of July. That'll be the second and final time these 2 teams play in an interleague game. Oaks in Arroyo Seco tomorrow at Jackie Robinson Stadium to take on the Saints. Finish off the week against the Halos back at home before they head to Long Beach on Tuesday to face the Legend. The first of 2 times the Oaks will be there. 0-2 count, runner on, 1 away. The pitch is dealt, a curveball up and away for ball 1. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Oaks. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Ventura Pirates. Santana from Hawaii Pacific, his 4th college in 3 years, started off his hitting career, or his baseball career, I should say, at Santa Barbara City College, moved to Oxnard, then Ventura, and now at Hawaii Pacific. The 1-2 pitch runs in the dirt, blocked by Parisi. Lewis will stay put at second base, and that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And Lewis not typically known as a stealing threat, although he does have 3 stolen bases on the season. But just trying to irk Hagan just enough to keep him off balance on the mound.
Hagan in a 2-2 situation here, 1 away on the ground out by Cockrell in the last at-bat. Lewis led off with a double. Hagan checks Lewis and fires the 2-2 pitch. Ripped foul back against the screen, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next week is All-Star Week. The All-Star game at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, July 12th at MLB Urban Youth Academy. 5 Oaks players have been given the honor to make it. DJ Miller, Juan Gonzalez, along with Evan McMillan, Robbie Middell, and Max Weinstein. The skipper for the South is also will be honored and headed by Oaks head coach David Solis. The 2-2 pitch runs in the dirt for ball 3. Full count now. Santana worked his way back into this count. Only 1 ball has been sufficed by Hagan in today's game. That was Jordan McFarland back in the 2nd inning. Ended up getting caught in a early stolen base attempt situation where he was thrown out at second base. Santana digs back in, full count on the board, runner in scoring position, 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The righty comes set and deals the payoff pitch. Ripped towards right field, but Allen will be right under it. Tagging from second to third is Lewis. So Santana at least got a productive out here if the Oaks can capitalize. 2 away now, but a runner on third base.
Yeah, Santana had another good swing and made good contact with the ball, popped that deep into right. Unfortunately, it wasn't deep enough, but it did advance Lewis over to third. And hopefully the Oaks can capitalize with a runner on the corner and try and extend this lead.
Jordan McFarland steps in now. 0 for 0 on the day with a walk. Runner on third, 2 away here. And the Arkansas Razorback digs in, but time is called on the mound by Hagan. Batted .271 in 28 games this past season with the University of Arkansas. Limited action, but he looks to be a full-time starter next season. Having some offensive struggles here with the Oaks as the first pitch is a curveball taken on the inside corner for strike number 1. He's hit more extra base hits than anything else, but as a sub-par batting average, Hagan takes a breath and deals the 0-1 pitch, a curveball upstairs for ball number 1.
Yeah, as a sub 160 batting average, although he is one of the more patient batters in the batter's box. He's drawn the most amount of 3-2 counts.
1-1 pitch to McFarland is swung back out of play for strike number 2. Lay of the land for you here for the Ventura Pirates. Out in right is Kobe Allen, Kyle Lathrop in center, Darren Kriz in left. Give you the infield here in just a moment. 1-2 pitch into McFarland. Swung and a missed for strike 3, so I guess we'll have to leave it there. Give you the infield in the next inning. The Oaks get no runs on a hit, no errors, and they leave that runner stranded at third base. We're through 4 full here from Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks up 1-0. You're watching Oaks baseball on KDTV, simulcasted onto YouTube. We'll be right back.
Now batting, number 8, Grant Mona.
Joe Torres steps on the mound for the Oaks here in the top of the 5th inning. Welcome back, everybody. Jonathan Rifkin, Jonah Malkin, Oaks baseball on KDTV as they're up 1-0. Eric Ma's day is done. In 4 innings pitched, he gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks. He did hit a batter, however, and struck out 3. Torres from Glendale Community College, looking for a new home in the fall, has been one of head coach David Solis's most effective relievers. Fastball, changeup, and a beautiful slider. Grant Maria steps in 0 for 1 on the day as the first pitch paints the outside corner for strike number 1. Mona on the day 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Torres in his 3rd year with the Oaks was tops in the ERA last year on the team as the 0-1 pitch is a slider, popped foul back out of play for strike number 2. He was actually competing for most of the season last year in the best ERA on the team with Arkansas superstar Isaiah Campbell. Campbell ended up taking the cake there at the end because he did end up pitching more innings, allowing him to have more opportunities. But Torres, a phenomenal short relief closer here for the Oaks. Mona digs back in, down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Torres comes set, takes the sign from Castro, kicks and fires the 0-2 pitch. Back up to Torres, it hits off his wrist, corrals towards third, and he will not be able to make the play as Mona will beat it out for an infield single and get another leadoff runner here on for the Ventura Pirates.
They've just done a nice job of executing early in the innings. Fortunately for the Oaks, they haven't been able to capitalize in either 4 of those situations where they've had runners on base early in the inning.
DeAndre Sanchez steps in. 1 for 1 on the day with a single. But he was thrown out on a 6-5-4-1 pickle as the first pitch runs outside for ball 1. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Oaks. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Ventura County Pirates out of the Sunset League. Stepanov lead off of first for Mona. Leans on that right foot as Torres will check him. And deal the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike number 1. Torres looking very good here for the Oaks. And for the Ventura Pirates, headed under George Ranow. He's actually a Southern California Major League Baseball scout and part of the Major League Baseball Scouting Bureau. Used to be a part-time scout for the Pittsburgh Pirates as well as an associate scout for the Cincinnati Reds. 1-1 pitch, a slider outside for ball number 2. He also made a special appearance in the movie Moneyball. Just like in the real life, he played the role of a veteran baseball scout for the Oakland A's. So very well accomplished skipper here for the Pirates in all facets of life, baseball and Hollywood, I guess you could say. Pickoff attempt, getting back easily though, is Mona. We'll do it again, 2 balls, 1 strike. For those who don't know about the Sunset League, it was incepted fairly recently. It used to be a West Coast minor league team back in the 40s and 50s. And on the West Coast, it was known for its dynamic offense and high-scoring games. It used to be based in Reno, along with El Centro, California, as the 2-1 pitch is cut back for foul. That'll leave the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2016, they opted to pivot and become a collegiate league. Teams are based in Los Angeles, Long Beach, Orange County, Inland Empire, and San Diego. And, of course, the San Diego Storm, one of the most prominent teams in the Sunset League, play a lot of CCL teams. The Oaks played them last year early in the season. 2-2 count from Torres. Toes the rubber and fires. Runner fakes the steals. The slider runs outside for ball 3, and now a full count situation here for Sanchez.
Yeah, just the second year under George Vrano in the Sunset League, and that's typically not common where you have, I guess, that professional team that's been there since the 40s and 50s making a drastic pivot to a collegiate baseball team.
Payoff pitch here from Torres. He checks the one at first, and the 3-2 pitch is slapped into right center field. That's going to get down on a bounce. Cut off by Miller, rounding second and going to third is Mona. The throw comes in. And there are runners at the corners here with nobody away and 2 base hits to lead things off here in the top of the 5th for the Pirates. The Oaks are in danger of losing the lead, up 1-0 here, but runner on third base and a runner on first base with nobody away for Anthony Parisi.
Sanchez did a nice job seeing the field out in right center. And now for the first time, the Pirates have a golden opportunity with a runner over at third to tie this game up or take the lead with nobody away.
Parisi steps in from Antelope Valley College, which will bring me to my trivia question as Torres deals the first pitch. Swung on a miss for strike number 1. Normally we do a obscure college. And Jonah, if you're about to Google it, I'm just going to give you the automatic point deduction. As Torres deals the 0-1 pitch. A two-hopper over to second. Pickett gets it, and will throw it over to first for out number 1. The fielder's choice 4-3, but the runner does come in to score, and that'll knot us all up here at 1.
Nice job by Parisi, just laying one down on the right side to bring home Mona.
Kyle Lathrop will step in.
Number 11.
0 for 1 on the day, but he did reach second on a fielder's choice back in the second inning, actually the third inning. So into my trivia question, Jonah, as this actually works because Lathrop is also from Antelope Valley College, and I know you and I talked about this earlier in the season. I want to see if you remember. As Torres pitches, a bunt is shown, popped up towards the first base line, but it's going to back spin out of play for strike number 1. Which current NBA player attended Antelope Valley before transferring to USC? I'll give you 2 guesses. There are a number of players from the University of Southern California. This one played at Antelope Valley for 2 years before heading to USC. He's now currently on an NBA roster.
I'm going to go with Taj Gibson.
0 for 1. You have one more guess. Lathrop steps in. 0-1 in the count. Runner on second base. 1 around in the inning. 1-1 our scorer. Torres deals at the knees for strike number 2. You have one more guess. There are a number of NBA players from the University of Southern California. I'm not going to say any of the names because I don't want to urge you, but I know, especially on the bus yesterday, we were talking about it.
A number of players. I don't know if there's a number from USC,
I can name
but there's
4 off the top of my head, 5 off the top of my head, actually. So I think that's a number. 5 is a number. Torres checks the runner at second and fires. 0-2 pitch, a slider slapped towards right, and that is going to drop into fair territory, run into the corner. Rounding third and coming home is Sanchez. Rounding first and going to second is Lathrop, and the Ventura County Pirates take a 2-1 lead here on the RBI double from Kyle Lathrop as we head back to the top of the order with only 1 away.
great hit from Lathrop
Now batting. Number 1.
into right field, deep at the wall. Oaks now trailing for the first time.
Kobe Allen, 1 for 1 on the day, was hit by a pitch and he singled but was caught stealing back in the first. Jonah, you still have one more guess on our trivia question of the day. Which NBA player attended Antelope Valley College before transferring to USC, where he is currently now in the NBA after being drafted a couple of years ago? The lefty digs in. The first pitch from Torres runs outside for ball 1.
Man, I know this is wrong.
So is it worth saying?
Is it DeMar?
It is not DeMar DeRozan. The answer, Dwayne Dedman. On the San Antonio Spurs, he went to Antelope Valley College, one of the more notable athletic alumni. 1-0 pitch is slapped foul towards first base for strike number 1. Before heading to the NBA, he played a year at USC as well. Antelope Valley proudly boasts about that alumni, and why not? He is a phenomenal young big man for the Spurs. So you are now 2 for 8, I believe, on the season in Jonathan's random trivia. And I'm still waiting for you to get me back because I know you've been boasting about that as of late. But you can take your time on that. We still have the second half of the season left. Runner on second, 1 away. 1-1 count as Torres deals. Pop towards left, but out of play once again. And now Torres up in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He'll come. He'll come. I'm just finding the right time.
Okay. You know, if you can stump me, I could at least say that the little butterfly has become the master, the little Padawan, young Padawan. I feel like I've been seasoning you a little bit with all these random facts about schools that the majority of the nation has no idea where they even are.
Not to mention your regime leaders from Ethiopia
He's
as well.
not a regime leader. It's a democratic
Pacific.
country. 1-2 pitches, a 2-hopper back to first. Torres will get it and toss it over to Santana in time for out number 2. Advancing to third on the play is Lathrop. Ethiopia is a fully democratic country in Western Africa. Or actually Eastern Africa, excuse me. So I wouldn't call it a regime per se. But that's an argument for another day. John Sirocco steps in, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout in his 2 at-bats. Also from Antelope Valley. So some well-connected baseball players to an NBA player in Dwayne Dedman. Feel free to tweet at us at Caneo_Oaks as Torres deals the first pitch inside for ball 1. He's at Jonah_Malkin. I'm at Johnny Riff with 1 F at the end. Or chat with us in the live chat box in the YouTube stream. Always love to hear what people have to say. And a shout out to our statistician, Keith Schneider, who's not with us today or tomorrow. Keith is getting some well-deserved rest as the 1-0 pitch is popped into foul territory. Three Oaks players will take a look at it before it bounces off the pavement out of play for strike number 1. A couple more shout-outs to give the Santana family, of course, for their support of Oaks baseball. John Shaken, Nellie Beam, amongst others, Jody Johnston, Jason Oliver's mom, all of the parents who interact with us on the daily. We appreciate your support, and we know that your children appreciate the time that you're putting in to watch them play some baseball. 2-1 our score. Pirates up over the Oaks. They have a runner 90 feet away from home, but 2 outs up on the board. Serrato digs back in. 1-1 pitch, fouled back once again, and we'll do it again, but with 1 ball and 2 strikes now up on the board. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Oaks. Wind blowing steadily out to right. Temperatures drop now to 94 degrees on the field. Still a scorching hot day. 99 degrees at the start, which is the hottest that we've seen this summer. Oaks had 108 start last year in Biola. Luckily, that didn't happen yesterday. 1-2 pitch, sky towards right field. Running back on it is Lewis, and he will make the catch at the warning track for out number 3. So a scare there for Torres, but Lewis is there to back him up. 1 run, 2 hits. Actually, check that. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. We're through 4.5 here from Sparky Anderson Field. Ventura Pirates leave it 2-1. You're watching Oaks Baseball on KDTV. We'll be right back. Juan Gonzalez steps in here for the Oaks to kick off the bottom of the 5th inning. For Jonah Malkin, my name is Jonathan Rifkin, Oaks Baseball on KDTV. Oaks down 2-1 as Hagan is back on the mound, and the Oklahoma Baptist product fouls back the first pitch for strike number 1. 0 for 1 on the day. The fly out to center in his first time up. Oh, 1 pitch into Gonzalez. Runs low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez was actually drafted. He was drafted by the Cleveland Indians back in 2013 in the 27th round as the curveball runs low for ball 2. But opted to play in college instead for Oklahoma Baptist, and a phenomenal young catcher named to the CCL All-Star team. The 2-1 pitch slapped towards third, but that'll go foul. And even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 1-1, 3 hits. No errors for the Oaks. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 1 of 2 times these 2 teams will play against each other. An interleague game for the Oaks, and they are probably a little upset that this is an interleague game as the 2-2 pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3, a curveball in the dirt. Gonzalez is down on strikes to lead off the Oaks half of the 5th inning. 1 away now for Jacob Castro, who's 0 for 1 on the day. And the Oaks are trying to catch the Santa Barbara Foresters, now 2.5 games back out of first place in the Central. And it's looking more and more like the Oaks will have to win the Central if they want to get into the playoffs, because Both the Neptune Beach Pearl and the Healdsburg Prune Packers are having phenomenal seasons out of the North. Currently, the Prune Packers lead the way in the wild card spot at a game and a half over the Oaks. Castro takes the first pitch on the inside for ball 1. And remember, the playoffs are set by the top 3 teams in each division, or the top team in each division, I should say, and then the team with the next best record, I should say. 1-0 pitch runs low for ball 2. So if the Oaks have the 5th best record, they don't make the playoffs. If they win the CCL Central, no matter what the record is, they get an automatic bid. So it's going to get a little complicated down the stretch, but we'll break it down for you as we get closer to playoff time. 2-0 pitch runs in the dirt for ball 3, 3-0 the count.
And although the actual CCL Central is what they're looking for, sometimes it might come down to their overall record needing to be ahead of others.
3-0 pitch runs outside for ball 4. That's a base on balls for Castro. The second given up on the day by Hagen. That puts a runner on here for the Oaks. 1 away. And Will Pickett, 0 for 1 on the day, will step in. Tying runner over at first base. Oaks down 2-1, and this is a big at-bat for Will. His brother in the crowd yelling. His father, Bill, also in attendance today. And he actually threw some batting practice, not today, but the last couple of days for the Oaks. Played at Cal State LA with Oaks head coach David Solis before getting drafted by the A's in the 80s. Played 4 years in the Major League Baseball before moving out to coach in Southern California. Now the head coach at LA Pierce Junior College, a baseball powerhouse. Pickett digs in. Runner on first, 1 away, 9th batter in the order. Hagen deals the first pitch, low and away for ball 1. Couple of pitchers warming up now in the bullpen for the Ventura County Pirates. As Hagen comes set on the rubber and fires the 1-0 pitch at the knees, but called ball maybe a little bit low. DeAndre Sanchez is warming up for the Pirates in the bullpen. He's also, or he was at third base, so there is a new third baseman that was not announced, so we'll try to get that for you as soon as we know. The 2-0 pitch at the belt for strike. 2-1 the count, runner at first. So some of these interleague games can be a little bit spotty in terms of fielding changes just because they're not communicated to the press box, and when that happens, it's hard for us to accurately gauge who's in the field. We'll give you that new third baseman in a moment. 2-1 pitch, runner goes, it's slapped past the diving glove of Maria at short, rounding second and going to third is Castro. The ball gets away from Chris all the way into the corner of left center field. 1 run comes around. Pickett rounding third and coming home. The throw in will not be in time, and Will Pickett puts 2 runs up on the board. That'll be a single, and then both come around to score on the error. That'll give the Oaks a 1-run lead, up 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Wow. Unbelievable. Will Pickett, just a great job of recognizing the error in left field, ran past it, and delivered a 2 RBI single, and then came home to score. Jason Oliver came around 2 one time on a similar type of play.
Chalked up as an E7 out and left as DJ Miller steps in. The first pitch to Ole Miss Rebel popped out and out of play for strike number 1. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Ventura County Pirates. Play their home ball at Ventura College, a place that the Oaks play 4 times this season, but only against the Ventura Halos in the CCL. The 0-1 pitch inside, but called strike. Miller down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes. He is 2 for 2 on the day with a triple and a double. He also has a run scored, counting for half of the Oaks hits. On the mound, Hagen deals the 0-2. Swung and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Miller back to the bench. 4 strikeouts on the game for Hagen, and now there's 2 outs for Grant Mayu. 1 for 2 on the day. Actually checked that 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI back in the first inning after grounding 1 to short. The first pitch to Mayu runs up and in for ball 1. 1-0 pitch taken at the knees for strike number 1, and that'll even the count. Mayu plays his college ball at San Diego State. The 1-1 pitch, waved in the left field. That one is going back, and out of here. A home run for Grant Mayu. Moonshot it over the left field fence. His 3rd on the season, and that gives the Oaks a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Make that another no-doubter. Grant Mayu, another home run. Just a great hit out in left field. No chance that was staying in the field, and he knew it right when it left his bat.
Number 23.
Beautiful moonshot there from Grant Mayu. A fastball at the belt, and that one just scorched over the 325 mark and left. 4-2 now the score as Brandon Lewis steps in on the day, 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. The first pitch at the knees for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch, cut on and missed in the dirt for strike number 2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error here for the Halos. Only 1 earned run, though, in the inning for Hagen. 2 on the game. 0-2 pitch to Lewis, swung and a missed for strike 3. The ball was dropped, but Parisi will tag him. And that'll do it for us here in the 5th inning. The Oaks strike for 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave nobody on base. We're through 5 full here from Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks lead it 4-2.
Chris.
Top of the 6th here at George Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks up 4-2. Welcome back, everybody. Jonah Malkin, myself, Jonathan Rifkind. New Oaks pitcher on the mound here. David Appleby, as the first pitch to Darren Kriz is taken for strike number 1. Joe Torres' day is done. 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. No walks, no strikeouts. 0-1 pitch from Appleby is a 2-hopper towards short, but that's going to get past the glove of Mayu into left for a leadoff single. 3rd leadoff single of the day. The Pirates have had a leadoff base runner now every inning except for the 4th inning. In the 3rd inning, they Kobe Allen was hit by a pitch that did not account for the single, but still a leadoff base runner on. Troy McCahey will step in now. David Appleby started his college career at the University of Utah where he redshirted. So he deals the first pitch low for ball one. Now at Santa Barbara City College, but a local product from Agora, just down the road here from Spark Anderson, where he played his ball at Agora High School. Troy McCahey from the University of Laverne, 0 for 2 on the day with a grounded and a strikeout. 1-0 pitch, chopped foul for strike number 1. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors here for the Oaks. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error from the Pirates, and that error was costly as it allowed 2 runs to cross the plate back in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Give you a lay of the land here for the Oaks in just a moment as time is called. Brandon Lewis in right, DJ Miller in center, Jordan McFarland in left, Cody Santana at first. Will Pickett is over at second base, the shortstop Grant Mayu. Chase Cocker at third, the 1-1 pitch ripped into the gap between first and second and into right field for another single. Behind the dish is Jacob Castro on the mound as David Appleby, as if he's given up 2 straight hits here to lead off the 6th inning for the Pirates. Chris on second, Mulcahy at first, and Miles Hoger. Check that, Miles Hager. Stepping into the right-handed batter's box. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. Appleby struggling just a little bit. He struggled in his last outing as well. Pitched an inning, gave up 4 runs and a walk, no strikeouts. He does have a fastball that ranges between 89 and 92 miles an hour on the gun. We just saw a couple of 91 mile an hour balls. The last 2 at-bats. Nobody away, runners on first and second for Hager from Cal State Monterey. The first pitch in, upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, and then we saw Eric Maw throw his fastest pitch of the day, 89 miles an hour. Unfortunately, one of those ended up clipping the back of Kobe Allen, but another fast one.
1-0 pitch up and in for ball number 2. It's interesting the layout here at Cal Lutheran because you look over and there's hills, but back in the early part of June when the season started on June 2nd, those hills were green. And now as we hit the heat of summer, they have turned brown within 3 weeks, and it's kind of interesting, the nature of this area. The 2-0 pitch ripped towards third, but out of play for strike number 1. California had its wettest season in certainly my lifetime, I'm sure in many people's lifetime as well. The hills were green out here in the Conejo Valley all the way up until the middle of June, but it has just been so hot the last couple of weeks that all of a sudden we're treated to brown hills, but still a beautiful area nestled in Thousand Oaks, California. The 2-1 pitch from Appleby runs outside, backhanded by Castro. That'll keep runners at bay for ball 3.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, too, because it really is a lovely area, and with the Cal Lutheran sign up in the hills up there, it would certainly love to be accompanied by some grass.
There's a little bit of grass out there, but it's slowly dying. The 3-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 4, and Appleby will walk the bases here with nobody away. And this is what it's been an Achilles heel for the Oaks, as that's the first walk given up on the Oaks today. Bullpen has been a very rough part of this Oaks rotation as of late. They have given up a lot of runs, especially leads, and now with the bases loaded and nobody away, Appleby is in danger of doing just that. Head coach David Solis is going to stride out to the mound, calling the entire infield as well, as Mayu and Santana are already up on the mound. Cocker will join them. Pickett's still over at second. We'll see if he comes over as well, but bases are all occupied. Darren Kriz at third, Troy Mulcahy at second, Miles Hager at first, and Grant Mona will step in. 1 for 2 on the day with a fly out to right and a single he later scored back in the 5th inning. Meeting break, Solis strides back out to the Oaks dugout, and the skipper will put all of his faith back into Appleby. 4-2 our score here. The righty comes set. The lanky lefty from Glendale Community College in the batter's box waves that bat high over his right shoulder to the first pitch in, runs low for ball 1.
And what I'm seeing from Appleby, a little bit off balance on the mound. On his follow-through with his leg, he's not falling forward, but instead kind of falling to the left, which is why a couple of his throws have been thrown low.
The delivery from Appleby is slapped towards third. A one-hopper from Cockerell. He'll fire it over to home, but it's hit by Mona on the back left shoulder. That's still a live ball as Castro lost the ball, sliding in, following Chris is Mulcahy. And that'll tie up the game here. What an interesting play. The ball hit the left shoulder of Chris, who was sliding home on the throw from Cockrell, but they deemed it was still a live ball because they said Castro was in the batter's path. So both those runs will count. That'll be an error as well on the Oaks. Advancing to third on the play is Hager. Over at first is Mona. And we're all not up at 4 here with DeAndre Sanchez stepping in 2 for 2 on the day with a run scored.
Yeah, Cockrell, a little lackadaisical on that play.
First pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second is got by Pickett. So now a pickle as the runner will go home. Santana will look at him, runner across the plate to give the lead. Still a pickle here as Mayu finally tagged Mona. And that was just deception here as the Pirates are playing a little bit of Little League base running, something I haven't seen in the CCL before. I guess it's in the CCL team, but regardless, in summer collegiate ball. And 5-4 just like that.
And for the Oaks, just a really lackadaisical last couple plays. You're up 4-2. Cockrell had a ground over. Obviously, you don't want to throw the ball right at the player. But unnecessary error, then lackadaisical effort from Castro behind the dish to get the ball and toss it back over to Cockrell. Now they're down 5-4.
First pitch into Sanchez is popped out of play for, actually that's the second pitch I should say, for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, 3 around in the inning. Pirates up 5-4 here. Appleby has given up 3 runs in the inning. Only 1 has been earned though. Actually, 2 of the 3 have been earned. My mistake as the 1-1 pitch runs upstairs for ball number 2. That's a rough one. Just rough fielding there for the Oaks. The 2-1 pitch, slap towards right, and that's going to get down for a single. Sanchez on the day, now 3 for 3. 3 hits in the inning here, totaling 8 on the day for the Ventura Pirates. They have 5 runs on 8 hits, an error, and 1 on base right now. The Oaks have 4 runs on 5 hits and an error. And Anthony Parisi will step in, 0 for 1 on the day with a sacrifice bunt and a ground out to second in his 2 at-bats. Coming set on the mound is Appleby as he fires the first pitch low and away for ball 1. Appleby has only been able to get 1 out, and that was on a pickle that allowed a run to score. And that was the go-ahead run. Chris, Mulcahy, Hager all have scored in the inning. Those were the first 3 batters in the 6th. 1-0 pitch to Hopper, to Mayo. He'll underhand it to, no, he'll take it himself over to second base and fire it to Santana at first for the unassisted 6-3 double play, and we're out of the top of the 6th inning. Finally, 3 runs come around on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We're through 5.5 here from Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks are down 5-4.
Now batting, number 33, Chase.
Bottom of the
Cockrell.
6th here at Sparky Anderson Field. Middle of the order due up for the Oaks. Cockrell, Santana, and McFarland in the 4th, 5th, and 6th spots. Down 5-4. Pirates were down 4-2. Put up 3 runs in the top of the 6th as the new pitcher, Alex Ravago, deals the first pitch low and away for ball 1. Ravago from Antelope Valley College has pitched 12 1/3 innings this season. Has an 0-1 record with a save. He's a 3.65 ERA, as well as the 1-0 pitch is taken at the knees for strike number 1. 8 walks, 10 strikeouts under his belt as well, sporting the number 6 on his back. Give you the lay of the land here for the visiting Pirates. In just a moment, the 1-1 pitch, way outside, check swing. And they're going to say that Cockrell didn't go. 2-1 the count. Kobe Allen in right, Kyle Lathrop in center, Darren Kriz in left. DeAndre Sanchez at third, Garrett Mona at short, Miles Hager at second, Troy Mulcahy at first. 2-1 pitch, drops low for ball 3. Anthony Parisi behind the dish, and Alex Ravago on the mound. Griffin Hagen actually got the start for the Pirates. Went 5 innings, gave up a total of 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. The 3-1 pitch slapped back out of play. That'll bring the count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cockrell on the day 0 for 2.
And Hagen, although he's not in the infield right now, also one of the leaders on the team with hitting as well. So he's just an incredible, versatile player.
Payoff pitch, sky to right, running over to it is Allen, as that's going to drift just foul out of play. And so for a second straight time, we'll do it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Oaks are selling raffle tickets today, folks. You have an opportunity to win an Albert Pujols autographed bat, Mike Trout autographed baseball, a Cole Calhoun autographed baseball, Mike Scioscia autographed bat, Caneo Oaks merchandise, or 2 $25 Visa gift cards, $5 per ticket, $20 for 5. Winner need not be present. Raffle will be drawn on July 15th. You have up until then to buy tickets. You can tweet at us to reserve tickets, or Venmo Jonah Malkin or myself, Johnny Riff. 3-2 pitch, runs outside for ball 4. Johnny Riff is my Venmo name, I should say. It's not my actual name. So first walk given up by Ravago on the first batter that he sees, has the tying run over at first, and Cody Santana 0 for 2 on the day will step in a big spot here, down 5-4. Alex Ravago looking to keep the Oaks offense at bay and maintain the lead. 8 hits for the Pirates, 5 for the Oaks, both team with an error as well. The righty deals the first pitch to lefty, and that slap to right center field. Allen will take a look at it, and that'll sail over the wall for a home run. Cody Santana gets his 2nd on the season, and with 1 swing of the bat, the Oaks are up by 1, 6-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
It was only a matter of time before Cody Santana was going to hit one over the wall. It had been way too long. He hit one earlier in the season, but hadn't gotten another crack at it, and now a clutch at bat, and the Oaks lead at 6-5.
Beautiful hit right over the 270 mark in right center field, and the Hawaii Pacific superstar does it again. Jordan McFarland steps in now and takes a strike on the outside corner for 0-1. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a strikeout under his belt, and the Razorbacks will look to capitalize on the big inning for the Oaks. The 0-1 pitch upstairs for ball number 1. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. They also have 2 home runs in the game. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. The 1-1 pitch runs up and in for ball number 2. Mayu also had a home run back in the 5th inning. The Oaks struck first with a run in the bottom of the 1st inning as the 2-1 pitch runs outside for ball 3. Both teams were then sterile for the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th inning. The Oaks gave up 2 hits in the top of the 5th before they bounced back with 3 of their own in the bottom of the 5th. The Pirates responded with 3 of their own in the top of the 6th as the 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner for strike number 2. And so far, the Oaks have responded with 2 of their own here in the bottom of the 6th. Both teams totaling 5 runs in the last 2 innings, but the Oaks have that 1 insurance run in the bottom of the 1st. Payoff pitch slapped foul, and we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
McFarland once again showing the patience already in his 2nd 3-2 count, and just 2 out of 3 appearances today.
Ravago comes set, toes the rubber, kicks and fires the payoff pitch. McFarland waits on it as it called strike 3 on the outside corner for out number 1. Second strikeout on the day, drawn by McFarland. And there's one away now for
Number 24, Juan
Gonzalez on the day, 0 for 2 with a flout and a strikeout. So after Calco led off the inning walking, and Cody Santana homered both of them in, McFarland struck out, and now Gonzalez looked to keep the inning alive here with one away. The first pitch in from Ravago is a curveball upstairs for ball number 1. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the first of 2 times these two teams will play. The Oaks will play them once again on the 23rd, which is a Sunday, as the 1-0 pitch skins the outside corner for strike number 1. That game will be at 12 o'clock. And a reminder that tomorrow's game, though it is posted for 4:30, actually got moved to 12. Or it's not, excuse me, not tomorrow's game. The Sunday game is the 1-1 pitch runs outside for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. Tomorrow's game is at 1:05 against the Pasadena dwelling Arroyo Seco Saints. The 2-1 pitch, low and away for ball 3. 5 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Pirates. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. Oklahoma Baptist product and CCL All-Star steps back in. Waves that bat over his right shoulder. The 3-1 pitch dealt is skied back out of play for strike number 2, and now we have another full count situation.
Gonzalez has been making really good contact with the ball on those swings. He's staying patient and disciplined in the batter's box, waiting for them to drop right over the heart of the plate. Looking to make a crack at another home run in this inning.
Payoff pitch from Ravago runs way over the head of Gonzalez. Parisi will let it bounce off the wall and corral it when it comes back to him. Second walk of the inning from Ravago. That puts Gonzalez at first base for Jacob Castro, 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to deep right and a walk he eventually scored back in the 5th inning.
Well, I guess that's one way to tell Gonzalez, I don't want to give you a home run, is to throw a pitch over his head and walk him to first.
And Milo Beam is going to come to pinch run for Gonzalez, so that means that he'll take over right now as the DH. We'll see if Solis keeps him in. Beam, the second or the third fastest Oak on the team, depending on if you consider him faster than Jason Oliver, and we have yet to gauge that. Both players very, very fast and smart base runners. Beam goes, the first pitch is taken for a strike. The throw is in plenty of time as Mona will get him out. Parisi gunning down Beam, and that puts 2 outs up on the board. He went on a first pitch strike, and it costed the Oaks a base runner.
Yeah, got off to a late jump on that one. Unfortunately, you can't hold back. Once you commit, you have to go all the way, and nice job throwing him out.
Castro digs back in, though. 0-1 pitch to the Anteater, is taken outside for ball 1. Castro, this past year, graduated from Rio Mesa High School. Not only was he a phenomenal baseball player, but he also graduated with a 4.0 GPA. The 1-1 pitch up and away for ball 2. So a valedictorian in his own right, and headed to Division I baseball school, and a phenomenal one at that at UC Irvine. Has a home run as well on the season. Playing catcher in today's game, digs back in. The 2-1 pitch from Ravago is ripped towards first. But out of play, and that'll leave in the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oaks up 6-5 here. It's been a back and forth last couple of innings between these two teams after it was quiet through the first 4. Only 1 run between the two in the first 4. Now a total of 10 in the last 2 innings. The 2-2 pitch popped up out of play, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Feel free to tweet at us at Caneo_Oaks. Jonah's at Jonah_Malkin. I'm at Johnny Riff with 1 F at the end. Or chat with us in the live chat box on the YouTube page. Vago takes the sign from Parisi and deals the 2-2 pitch, low for ball 3, and for the 3rd straight batter, a full count situation. Gonzalez faced a full count situation and walked. McFarland before him did as well, but he struck out. So they'll complete the trifecta. If Castro can get a hit here. The payoff pitch, way away for ball 4. 3rd of the inning for Ravago. The Oaks have another runner on here with 2 away for Will Pickett's in the number 9 spot on the day, 1 for 2. Struck out on single, but came around all the way to score after an error by Darren Krizen left.
Let's see if the Oaks actually decide to leave Castro over at first and not take a chance getting thrown out at second, just to give themselves a more optimal opportunity to score.
Castro not a base stealing threat. The first pitch on the outside corner, but called low for ball one. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Oaks. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. And a 1-0 count here to the L.A. Pierce Junior College product. Batted second on the team as he shows bunt pulls back pitches in the dirt for ball 2. .323 batting average at Pierce this past season. The leader for Pierce, the right fielder in today's game, Brandon Lewis for the Oaks, batted .419. Alrighty, Diggs back in. Rivalgo comes set and fires the 2-0 pitch, popped up into center field. Lathrop is going to run up on it, and he's going to make the underhand catch for out number 3. It looked like it was going to drop, but a good speed showing there from Lathrop, and we are out of the inning. The Oaks strike for 2 runs on a hit. No errors, and they leave 1 left on base. We're through 6 full here from Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks lead at 6-5. You're watching Oaks Baseball on KDTV. We'll be right back.
When was the last time?
Now batting for the
Bad.
Number 11, Kyle Lathrop.
Back here in the top of the 7th inning, my name is Jonathan Rifkin. Oaks up 6-5, but for play-by-play of the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, and to tell you about the new pitcher, Riley Jones, my broadcasting partner, Jonah Malkin.
Thank you, Jonathan. Great job as always. Welcome back, everybody. If you're just tuning in, Riley Jones, his first pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Lathrop took that one. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a double and an error. Pops that one into right field. And Brandon Lewis will take a couple steps back for out number 1. Jones is making his 4th appearance on the mound for the Oaks. Also a second baseman as well for the Sonoma State product. His brother, Kyle Jones, is the Oaks bench coach, who happens to be the all-time hits leader at Sonoma State. And back to the top of the order we go. Cody Allen will step in, wave the bat over his left shoulder, and swings for strike 1. The right fielder, 1 for 2 on the day, was also hit by a pitch and caught stealing in the first. Riley's 0-1 runs low and outside for ball 1. 70-mile-an-hour fastball. Jones deals the 1-1 low and outside once again for ball 2. The Oaks in a back-and-forth contest with the Pirates. They struck first in the first inning and then wavered back and forth in the 5th and 6th. 2-1, grounded to Santana at first. He makes the dive and can't make the play over to Jones at first. And that will be a base hit.
Yeah,
for
Santana
Allen.
made a nice valiant effort, but he lost the ball in the transfer and bobbled it. And Allen did a phenomenal job beating out that, and now he's 3 for 4 on the day. Actually, check that, 2 for 3, but regardless, he's had a phenomenal day in the top spot for the Pirates.
Santana showed the athleticism, making that diving grab, just couldn't come up with it as he bobbled it a little on the transfer to Jones. So John Serrato will step in, 0 for 3. And pops that into shallow right. Pickett's will call everybody off, get underneath it, and make the catch for out number 2. So quickly, a fly out, a single, and a fly out puts 2 away for the Pirates in the top of the 7th. Oaks clinging to a 6-5 lead. And as we've mentioned, what's been back and forth, Pirates took the lead in the 5th. Oaks took it back in the bottom of the 5th. And then another 3 runs from the Pirates and 2 responded from the Oaks, brings the score 6-5. As that pitch ran outside for ball 1. Allen over at first, 2 away. And Darren Kriz stepping in. Pickoff attempt comes late to first. He's 1 for 3, but came around to score on the error. But the tying run up at the plate. Jones deals the 1-0, right over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Pirates, 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. Oaks just 6 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. 1-1 doesn't slide in the inside corner for ball 2. And if the Oaks ultimately can't reach the 10-hit mark, that'll be the 6th in a row in which they haven't eclipsed that mark. Pickoff attempt to first comes late. And we talked a lot about their ability to win in low-scoring games, and especially when they can't generate a number of hits, but it's certainly a little surprising, especially now as the 2-1 is fouled out of play for 2-2. Things have died down a bit here at Spark Anderson Field. Loyal fans from both sides still staying in a tight contest. Temperatures dropped to the low 90s. Still hot, but not too bad for us in the press box. 2-2 pitch, runs low to bring the count full at 3-2. Second 3-2 count for the Pirates. And looking to strike here. Jones takes the sign from Castro. Deals the 3-2 payoff pitch up the middle. Runner's going to go. Allen's going to be held up at third. But another base hit up the middle puts runners on the corners with 2 away for the Pirates.
Yeah, fastball down the middle, and at 3 balls and 2 strikes, you got to wonder why you decide to do that, especially with a righty out there who doesn't pitch particularly fast. And Ventura took the opportunity and was able to slice one up the middle, advancing the runner from first all the way to third. And now they have runners at the corners with 2 away. That tying run at third base in a big spot here for the cleanup batter.
Troy Mulcahy will step in with runners on the corners and 2 away. Golden opportunity to tie this game up. First pitch, fouled back against the screen for strike 1. Mulcahy this season, that's 4 runs, 4 RBIs, and batting .243 for the Pirates. This is game number 25 for them. Game number 29 for us. 0-1 pitch. Just drifts inside for ball 1. Kriz over at first. Pickoff attempt comes late to hold him over at first. Cody Allen over at third. And Mulcahy, who came around to score in the last inning, looking for more. The top of the 7th. Jones deals the 1-1. Popped into shallow center. Pickett's going to take a couple steps back. So is Miller. He's can't make the catch. Just drops below him. Allen's going to come around. And the Pirates are tied with the Oaks 6-6 here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, both Allen and Chris all the way from first base able to score, and they actually take the lead 7-6 after those 2 runs score. Miller and Pickett's both with a miscommunication, and that's what had Miller diving for that ball, and eventually he couldn't make the catch. Another error for the Oaks. So both those runs will be unearned, but nonetheless, the Pirates are able to take the lead there.
So an error gives the Pirates the lead. Hager taps that back for strike 1. Kobe Allen came around to score. Darren Kriz came and scored as well. Mulcahy over at first. Pickoff attempt comes late. Thanks to the error from Miller. Made an incredible play on it, just couldn't come up with it. 0-1 pitch. Just catches the top of the strike zone for strike 2. Pirates lead at 7-6 on 10 hits and 1 error. That was the second error for the Oaks, and it was a costly one. 0-2. Just misses the bottom part of the inside corner for ball 1. If Miller could have come up with that catch, Oaks could have maintained a 1-score lead. As Jones will step off the mound. And the wavering score continues. 1-2, grounded past the glove of Cockrell for another base hit. Make that the 11th hit on the day for the Pirates. And now they've got 2 on with 2 away.
Yeah, they have done a good job lining it up against the Oaks.
Number 8.
In terms of hitting, it's a wonder why they haven't plated more runs than just the 7 on the 11 hits, and that's because their offense has been a little bit spotty at times, but overall still out playing the Oaks, and that's why they're in the lead right now.
Grant Mona will step in, 1 for 3 on the day. Advanced on the fielder's choice. Takes that pitch low for ball 1. He's got 8 RBIs on the season. Lays off another pitch that catches the top part of the corner for strike 1. Jones takes the sign from Castro, checks the runner at second. Comes set and deals the 1-1, cut on and missed for strike 2. Beautiful pitch from Jones. Oaks desperately just trying to give up 2 runs and stay within striking distance in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 is fouled out of play, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, the Oaks have Flores warming up in their bullpen. I expect him to see him, if Jones could get out of this inning in the next inning. And for the Ventura County Pirates, they have Brian Duda warming up in their bullpen. So a couple of pitchers getting set to take the stage here when their turn is called.
1-2 popped into center. Miller going to take a couple steps forward and make the catch for out number 3, but not before the Pirates plate 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. They lead at 7-6 as we're through 6.5 here at Spark Anderson Field. 7th stretch coming up. Grab a cold beverage and stay tuned. We're in a tight one. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll take a short break. Top of the order for the Oaks. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jonah Malkin. Alongside me is Jonathan Rifkind. Oaks down 6-7 here in the bottom of the 7th. DJ Miller to lead off at the top of the order. First pitch is popped deep into shallow center. Running underneath it is Lathrop, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So quickly, 1 pitch and 1 out for the Oaks.
Yeah, Miller, after starting out today 2 for 2 with a triple and a double, there's a strikeout and a flyout, and that's the lack of patience that was hurting him leading up to this game, why he's been in a slump as of late, because he's swinging at first pitches and either getting out or missing them, which sets him up in a rough spot in the count. And right there you saw he took a low fastball right up into shallow right center field, and Lathrop made a nice play on it.
Grant Mayu will step in, lay off the pitch that just misses the inside corner for ball 1. He's coming off a home run, a solo home run in the bottom of the 5th. A couple groundouts and an RBI. 1-0 pitch. Slapped into left field. Trying to make the catch is Kariz, and he's sliding near the Oaks bullpen, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Oh, beautiful catch there from Kariz out of left. It almost seemed like he wasn't going to get there, and Flores didn't want to move, but he had to because that was a live ball and a beautiful slide from Kariz, able to glove that ball and get that out.
So quickly, 2 pitches results in 2 quick outs for the Oaks, and Brandon Lewis trying to get something started here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and a stand-up double. Ravago deals the first pitch, fouled out of play near the parking lot for strike 1. Lewis looking to be your hero once again, came up big against the Ventura Halos last week. When the game was tied in the top of the 10th, he hit a solo home run that ultimately gave them the 5-4 win. Second pitch dealt low and outside for ball 1. Got to keep the game-winning ball as well. Looking to be another hero today. Ravago deals the 1-1, runs upstairs for ball 2. Ravago has issued 10 strikeouts on the day. He's 0 for 1, but does have 2 saves. Deals the 2-1. Lewis pops that way in the sky into shallow center. A number of players converge, and Mona will get underneath it and make the catch for out number 3. So 3 consecutive flyouts. Ends the inning for the Oaks. They are down to the Pirates 7-6 as we're through 7 full here at Spark Anderson Field. Don't go anywhere. We're in a tight one. We'll be right back. Top of the 8th, we go. Welcome back, everybody. Oaks down to the Pirates 7-6 In the top of the 8th, DeAndre Sanchez will step in, and Jacob Flores on the mound deals the first pitch, grounded to Cockrell at third. He'll glove it and toss it over to Santana in time for out number 1.
Oh, that was close, Jonah. That was really close. The entire Pirates dugout thought he was safe, and you could hear the moan from them. And the first base umpire called him out. That was a bang play nonetheless.
Flores is taking the place of Riley Jones, who pitched for 1 inning, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, none of which were earned. No walks and no strikeouts. Flores deals the first pitch. Beautiful curveball over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Southpaw. Beautiful 72-mile-an-hour curveball comes set. 0-2 is fouled into right for strike 1. 0-2 the count. 1 away. Top of the 8th, Pirates lead at 7-6. 11 hits and 1 error. Looking for more. Flores deals the 0-2. Tapped out of play once again. Kind of slow rolled. Castro hands it back to the home umpire.
It's kind of nice to see Flores and Castro out there together. I'll explain why after this pitch.
0-2 runs upstairs for ball 1.
Both were grads from Rio Mesa last month. Both headed to Division I schools not too far away. Flores headed to USC, Castro headed to UC Irvine, so both get to play one last summer together before heading to the respective schools.
1-2 runs low for ball 2. And the two of them, under good guidance of Coach Sleaze, looking to improve this offseason. 2-2 pitches dealt, runs low in the ground for ball 3. Third time for the Pirates, they've drawn a 3-2 count. But looking to capitalize with 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Flores sets and fires the payoff pitch. Runs way upstairs for ball 4. And that's the first walk on the day for Flores and just the second of the day for the Oaks.
Yeah, the Oaks have done a good job in the last 2 games not walking batters. The problem is that they've been giving up base hits. Yesterday against the Catch, they only had 1 walk between the 4 pitchers thrown, but they gave them 9 hits.
Flores' pickoff attempt to first comes late. Last time he played was against the Halos a week ago, just 1 inning. But gave up 3 hits and 4 runs. Also wished him a happy birthday, even though it wasn't his birthday. 0-0 pitch. Drops on the outside corner for strike 1. A lot of talk was going around in the bus about potentially being his birthday, and we got that a little confused but cleared it up. His birthday's actually in December. 0-1 curveball just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Also got a thumbs down from David Beam on the actual singing, but that comes with the gig. Pickoff attempt late over at first. You just look to improve and try and make yourself sound as best you can when you're singing happy birthday on air. Another pickoff attempt over to first. Just wants to make sure Parisi knows he's looking at him, and that's one of the disadvantages for base runners with a lefty pitcher on the mound is they can use their peripheral vision to see. 1-1 pitch over the heart of the plate for strike 1. 1-2 the count. Parisi over at first. And Kyle Lathrop at the bottom of the order for the Pirates, looking to get his second hit of the day. 1-2 curveball can't drop on the outside corner for ball 2.
That was a good waste pitch there, though. A curveball that started off, broke late over that outside part of the plate, but no call from the home plate umpire. It was a little bit high, and that's why I'd assume he didn't call it.
2-2 pitch, grounded past the glove of Santana into right field, and coming from first to second is Parisi. He'll be held up at second. Thought about coming to third, but wisely stayed put.
Yeah, he thought that ball was gloved quicker by Lewis out and right than it actually was. He actually had enough time to get the third, but because he held up and hesitated, that eliminated that amount of time that he had. And so the Oaks are very lucky he made that mistake, and he's only on second base.
So runners on first and second, top of the order for the Pirates. Kobe Allen, 2 for 3 on the day. Came around and scored in the top of the 7th. Looking for more in the top of the 8th. Flores deals the first pitch. Just misses the outside corner for ball 1. And this is a big spot for the Oaks. Still a manageable scoring deficit, just down 1, 7-6. And with their type of offensive power, they can certainly take the lead, but you don't want to give up any more. 0-0 pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 2. Or actually strike 1. So 1-1 the count. Flores comes set on the mound, checks the runner at second. And deals the inside pitch for ball 2.
Very vocal Pirates dugout, and normally the home plate umpire will warn the dugout at times like this when they get a little erratic, but the home plate umpire here not taking any attention to them.
2-1 curveball, just misses the bottom of the strike zone for ball 1. That was a close one. Beautiful break on the end, started in the chest area, but just dropped below the knees. And now Allen ahead in the count, 3-1. Pitch comes, catches the outside corner for strike 2.
Nice fastball there. A late call from the home plate umpire, but that tail was able to catch the inside part of that outside corner where the little line creating the diamond meets with that horizontal line.
Payoff pitch, low in the ground to bring the bases loaded. That's the second walk on the day for Flores.
Yeah, Flores struggling now. He's walked the bases loaded with only 1 away. We saw Appleby do a very similar situation back in the 6th inning, but there was nobody away, and now an opportunity here for the Pirates to
bat for the Pirates from the University
extend
of
their
Hawaii,
lead.
Number 23, Micah Hige.
And Micah Higa will step in to pinch hit in place of John Serrato. Serrato was 0 for 4 on the day with a strikeout and 3 flyouts. Takes that pitch low and just below the strike zone, or at the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. So bases loaded. Allen at first, Lathrop at second, and Parisi over at third, 1 away. 0-1 is dealt and tapped into a couple feet above Castro for strike 2.
Flores, this is where the maturity comes in. He has to make sure that he keeps his confidence and composure on the mound and get out of this jam.
Still just a 7-6 ball game, but with one bat, that could change really quickly. 0-2 pitch, cut on and missed for strike 3. Beautiful curveball. Down goes Higa, and that puts 2 on the boards for the Oaks. 2 away for the Pirates.
Well, that's only the first strikeout for the Oaks
Now batting, number 15,
since the 5th inning.
Chris.
Actually, the 4th inning when starter Eric Ma was out there. So Flores finally getting some rotation on that pitch and getting some of these batters to swing and miss.
Darren Kerr steps in, quickly grounds it to Pickett's at second, and he'll tag Allen for out number 3. So the Pirates can't play any runs. They get 1 hit with no errors and 2 left on base. They lead it 7-6 as we'll take a short break. The leadoff man, Chase Cockrell, in the 4th spot to lead off for the Oaks in the bottom of the 8th. They trail the Pirates 7-6 and just have 2 more opportunities to tie this game up or take the lead. New pitcher, Brian Duda, his first pitch in the ground and pass Parisi for ball 1. He is taking the place of Alex Revego, who went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, both of which were earned, 3 walks and 1 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, tapped back for strike 1. Duda was playing at San Jose State, but undecided now as he'll take his talents elsewhere in the fall. Looking to hone his skills during Summer League. Deals the 1-1. Cockrell holds back his swing, and that falls outside for ball 2.
Good hold there from Cockrell. It really looked like he wanted to finish off that swing, but wisely held back with enough time to get the ball called.
Duda comes set and fires the 2-1 low and away for ball 3. And Cockrell came around to score in the bottom of the 6th the last time he came. He was walked and looking for similar success here ahead in the count. 3-1 is dealt, low and away from the strike zone for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Cockrell, and that's the first walkout on the day from Duda. Sends him over to first.
Yeah, and Cockrell faced Alex Ravago in his first at-bat faced, or batter faced back in the 6th inning and drew a walk also. So something about the big presence of Cockrell has been affecting the new pitchers in as there is a pinch runner for the Oaks.
Cody Santana will step in, 1 for 3, but just hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th, and pinch running for Cockrell is shaken. Santana looking for similar success here in the bottom of the 8th, down 7-6. Duda deals the first pitch, tapped out of play for strike 1.
And Santana has been getting a handle on these balls. Back in the 2nd inning, he flew one deep out to left. He flew out deep out to right as well in the 4th before finally putting one over the wall. And he's swinging for the fences, especially judging off that last foul ball.
Santana waves the bat over his left shoulder. Digs in, Duda deals. 0-1 is fouled against the fence. Strike 2.
And that would have been the pitch to hit if Santana was looking for one. A fastball at the letters, only at 83 miles an hour and right down in the heart of the plate. He could have definitely got a handle on it, but he swung a little bit too low. That resulted in that pop foul back against the fence.
Nobody away, shaken at first. And Santa up in the plate. 0-2. Runs upstairs and away for ball 1. Duda, the third pitcher utilized in today's game. Griffin Hagan got the start. Alex Ravago came into relief. And looking to continue their success. 1-2 runs inside for ball 2.
And Santana has done a very good job not swinging at those pitches that are kind of meatballs, if you will, slow curveballs that are supposed to get him digging away or jamming him inside. And both times he's laid off here, now facing a 2-2 count.
Duda deals the 2-2, grounded in opposite field into left field for another base hit. And Santana 2 for 4 now, and runners on first and second for the Oaks in the bottom of the 8th.
Big hit there for Santana. Now he represents the go-ahead run. The Oaks would definitely want to avoid a bottom of the 9th if they can with an early bus ride tomorrow to Pasadena. If they can at least take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th and hold in the top of the 9th, that could be a big deal for them, as it looks like it'll be a pinch hitter here for the Oaks.
Jason Oliver will pinch hit for McFarland. And while we're on the subject of away games, I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, Oak Roadrunner Shuttle, taking us to and from all our away games. Stephen Joseph Sweet, MD Orthopedic Surgery, Cronies Bar and Grill, and Jimmy John's. We appreciate all the support you're giving the Oaks, and the Oaks welcome you into their family. So Oliver will step in place of McFarland, who was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk And the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunner looking to deliver an RBI here. Duda deals the first pitch. Bunt laid beautifully. Duda will make the play over to first. Gonna get past the first baseman's glove. Shakin's gonna come around and score. Santana running as well. And Oliver's gonna be held up at third. So the error, actually it's still
no, they're going
a
to
little
call
confusion.
They're going to call that ball was stuck under the, I'll show you, they stuck under the bench out there in the bullpen. So that ball was called dead once the right fielder, Kobe Allen, was reaching for it. So I think that they're going to call Santana back to third, and now Solis is going to come out and have an argument, because how do you gauge when that ball was dead?
So on that, what was supposed to be a sacrifice bunt from Oliver, in error from the throw over to first, ends up bringing Shakin and Santana home, and Oliver over to third. And just like that, if that seems to be correct, the Oaks would take the lead.
But it looks like they're going to call Santana back to third, and that's what Solis is arguing. You see him emphatically with the home plate umpire. Because Santana was called home. Wilson was rounding him over around third before the home plate umpire called that ball dead. And that's a hard situation to be in if you're the right fielder, Kobe Allen, because how do you field a ball that's stuck under a bench? And that's the biggest problem with these uncovered bullpens here at Cal Lutheran, is situations like that. Now, this is my second year with the Oaks, and this did happen once last year. And they did award that second run to the Oaks in the same exact situation. A thrown error by the pitcher rolled under the bench out in right field. 2 runs came around to score, and after the home plate umpire conferred with the second base umpire, they allowed that second run to have crossed the plate. But here, a completely opposite situation. We'll see what the call is. Still a conversation between the home plate umpire and Solis.
And the other thing you have to factor in is whether or not Santana would have likely came home regardless if that bench was there. It seemed like he had a pretty good jump from third, but that's such a difficult decision to make, and it sounds like the umpires have come to a conclusion, and they're going to waive off the extra run, so Santana is going to stay put at third, Oliver at second, Shakin will come home, so now the game is still tied with Milo Beam stepping in.
Yeah, I guess you can't complain there regardless, because the Oaks did tie it, but you'd rather take the lead than a tie. But with nobody away and runners in scoring position, a very good spot here for the Oaks.
So Beam will step in, and on the error over at first, tie game. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. Beautiful curve from Duda. But still with nobody away, runners on second and third, golden opportunity for Beam to deliver. 0-1 drops on the inside corner for strike two.
We called from the umpire. Beam saw that drop, but it looked like that part, the tail part of the ball caught the strike zone before it dropped out into the dirt. So a good pitch there from Duda.
The left-hander digs in and grounds that right into the glove of first baseman Mulcahy. Will tag over at first for out number one. So a nice play from Mulcahy, preventing extra runs from coming around, and the Oaks taking the lead.
Yeah, Mulcahy in the right place at the right time, getting on one knee off the hop and able to look Santana back to third base, tag the base himself, and that'll at least help Duda, give him a little bit of confidence. Not that there's at least one out on the board, but Jacob Castro stepping in. He's flown out once today, and he can rip one deep enough into the field to score Santana and give the Oaks the lead.
The left-hander takes that pitch over the heart of the plate for strike one. As you mentioned, 0 for 1 with a flyout, but 2 walks, and he came around to score in the bottom of the fifth. So back and forth we go, tie game in the bottom of the eighth. 0-1 just drops below the strike zone for ball one. Oaks jumped out to the 1-0 lead, but since the fifth inning, the lead's gone back and forth, and now we're tied in the bottom of the eighth. 1-1 just catches the bottom of the strike zone for strike two.
That was really close, right at the knees, and Castro not happy with that call, but Lays off, shakes it off, and digs back in. We'll see here how he decides to approach this next pitch.
Big spot for the Pirates. Duda deals the 1-2, and Castro rips that into foul territory, so we'll do it again. Oaks 7 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Pirates 7 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors, but haven't been able to turn those 12 hits into more runs. Duda deals. Castro hits that, and speared out of the air is McCulhey for out number 2.
Another right place, right time for Mulcahy. On the one hopper on the ground out. And now a line out that he's able to spear out of the air. He's done a good job here keeping those runners at bay, and the Oaks now have a clutch situation here with Max Weinstein stepping into pinch hit.
Weinstein stepping in place of Will Picketts, who was 0 for 3 with a strikeout, or 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a flyout, but came around to score on an error. And Weinstein, in his home turf, looking to deliver a 2-out RBI potentially. Duda deals the first pitch low in the ground for ball 1.
Yeah, and Weinstein has had a habit recently of swinging at first pitches. They're doing a good job laying off, and now he's already ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes.
Seeing that Kingsman banner, National Division III Championship, should give him an extra boost. 1-0 is dealt and fouled back for strike 1. It was recently put up a couple weeks ago out in left field. Weinstein helped the Kingsmen win Division III National Championship. Miguel Salud, a pitcher for the Oaks, was the World Series player of that series. Duda deals the 1-1 and ripped back against the fence for 1-2. And that was a good pitch that Weinstein swung on. I'm sure he wished he could have gone a little underneath it more. So with 2 on, now down 1-2 in the count. Santana over at third, Oliver at second. And the go-ahead run up at the plate. 1-2, catches the outside corner for strike 3, and the Pirates dodge a big jam. As we're tied 7-7 through 8 full at Sparky Anderson Field. You're watching Oaks Baseball on KDTV, simulcast onto YouTube. Buckle up as we head into the top of the 9th. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. Troy Mulcahy in the cleanup spot, looking to break open this tie here in the top of the ninth. Welcome back, everybody. Jonah Malkin alongside me is Jonathan Rifkin. 7-7 score here at Spark Anderson Field. And Miguel Salud on the mound for the Oaks. Deals the first pitch, popped up in the sky. Castro getting underneath it. Santana making a dive and can't get there. Castro wanted to give Santana that opportunity. And Santana getting up a little gingerly after that one.
Yeah, he dove on his right hand, but he's a tough guy. He'll shake it off. And that was an interesting call-off because Castro could have easily gotten under that. I think Santana wanted to make the ESPN catch. Unfortunately, though, he couldn't.
So make that 0 for 1, or 0-1 now the count after Mulcahy hit that sky high into foul territory. Miguel Salud on the mound. Comes set and deals the 0-1 upstairs for ball one. As I mentioned, he was recognized as the World Series Division III player, most outstanding player of that series. Was recognized a couple weeks ago here in Kowloon. Another pitch runs upstairs for ball two.
Yeah, and Toulouse has a very nice curveball, but at times when he releases it a little bit too high, he can get away from him. He needs to be very careful, that he can regain control of it and not leave anything that these batters like.
2-1 is dealt, cut on and missed for strike two.
That's a way to do it. Two curveballs at the mid-70s and then a 90-mile-an-hour fastball punched in there for strike number two.
Mulcahy is 1 for 4 on the day. A single and a strikeout. Couple groundouts. 2-2 runs inside to bring the count full at 3-2. Fifth 3-2 count for the Pirates, identical to that of the Oaks. And nobody away here in the top of the ninth. Salud deals the payoff pitch, ripped into right center. Oliver's trying to track it down. It's going to drop, hitting the wall. And Mulcahy will have a stand-up double to lead things off for the Pirates here in the top of the ninth.
3-2 pitch, a fastball at the belt. Mulcahy swung a little bit late on it, but that didn't affect the placement of the ball in the field as it went all the way back to that 370 mark in right center field where the Speedy Oliver and the Speedy Miller both couldn't catch up to it. That is a good leadoff here for the Pirates in the top of the ninth inning.
And the Oaks are lucky that that ball didn't sail over the wall, clipped just below the yellow part of the wall at about 385. That distance absolutely ripped that one. Coach Solis will have a meeting with the entire infield, and stepping in is Miles Hagar.
Yeah, this is going to be a spotty situation here for the Oaks. They need to do a good job going straight at batters and playing good defense if they don't want to allow Mulcahy to score from second, because that would give the Ventura Pirates the lead. And going to the bottom of the ninth, the Oaks have yet to come back from a deficit in the bottom of the ninth to win. And that would be a situation where they don't want to be in, especially in an interleague game when they need a confidence booster riding a 2-game losing streak.
As we mentioned yesterday when the Oaks played the SoCal Hatch, Omar Ortiz hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth in what was a tie game. And then back on June 8th, the Oaks led things heading into the top of the ninth before the San Luis Obispo Blues tied it up 4-4 and ultimately won in the 10th 5-4. So Hager will step in and Salud checks the runner at second. Hager's 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a single, a walk, and ultimately came around and scored in the top of the sixth. Him and Shakin having a conversation on the mound. Big spot for the Oaks. Mulcahy over at second with nobody away in the top of the ninth. Salud checks the runner at second. And he'll continue to hold him at second. Doesn't want to take a chance of him making a late push over to third. Salute takes the sign from Castro. Deals the first pitch. Low and in the corner for strike one. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner from Salud. Puts him ahead in the count 0-1. Looking for strike two. Deals the second pitch. Blooped in the infield. It's going to drop. Weinstein will glove and make the play over to first for out number one. And on the play, he'll hold up Mulcahy at second.
Yeah, good job from Weinstein, able to shift over to his left. Glare at Mulcahy, making sure he doesn't advance to third and finish off the play with a quick feed over to Santana at first for out number one. That's the first part of three big outs the Oaks need to make here to keep that runner on second base.
One away with Mulcahy over at second. Grant Mona to step in. He's 1 for 4 in the day as well with a run scored. Salute checks the runner, fires the first pitch, cut on and missed for strike one. Beautiful breaking pitch, 81 miles an hour for the right-handed Kingsman. Tight spot in the top of the ninth. Salud deals the 0-1, taken inside for ball one. Just misses that inside corner. Pace of the game has slowed down a bit, but it's picking up right where it started. Miguel Salud deals, and Mona fouls that out of play for strike two. Mona, the shortstop from Glendale Community College, has 8 RBIs on the season, but one right here could be all they need to win this game. 1-2 from Salud, fouled back and out of play, and we'll do it again. He's played in 20 games this season for the Pirates. Has yet to hit a home run, but does have a triple. And he's clipped in the back, and that one's going to hurt as he'll get walked over to first after the pitch hit him square in the back.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Working the count up 1-2, and you drill him right in the back with an 81-mile-an-hour pitch. And you could hear it. It sounded like it hit right up on that C2 above the spinal cord. These guys are tough nonetheless.
So Mona is over at first, Mulcahy at second, and DeAndre Sanchez stepping in. He's had a phenomenal day, 3 for 4. Salud deals the first pitch, hit up the middle. Salud will glove it, make the play to second. Shaken will try it over at first, not in time, but that will put 2 away for the Oaks.
That does advance Mulcahy to third, but nonetheless, they got that force out at second, and because it was an infield blooper, the Oaks are able to keep that runner from crossing the plate just yet. Now with 2 away, one more out to get here for the Oaks to get out of the pickle.
So Sanchez will get over to first on the fielder's choice. Mona was picked off at second, or tagged out at second, and Mulcahy over to third with Anthony Parizzi to step in. Runners on the corners, tie game 7-7 here in the top of the ninth. Pirates have 13 hits, but a 14th is what they're looking for. Salud deals the first pitch, runs way inside for ball one.
Yeah, and Ty Harper now, Texas Tech product, striding out to those bullpen. We'll see here if he starts getting loose, and maybe Solis throws him in the bottom half of the inning, or at the top of the 10th, excuse me, if the Oaks end up keeping this game tied and they can get out of this jam here.
Salud sets, deals the 1-0. Runner's going to go. Castro fakes the throw. Is going to let Sanchez get over to second on a catcher's indifference.
Yeah, and that was a smart move there from Castro, because if he threw the ball and it somehow was misplayed, that risked that runner coming in from third. So he made that good heads-up call there and said, we'll try to get this third out by way of the bat.
1-1's cut on and missed for strike two. Beautiful pitch from Salud puts him 1 strike away from getting out of this inning, all knotted up at 7. Runners at second and third. Tie game, top of the 9th. Salute in a big spot here, but up in the count, 1-2. Takes the sign from Castro, checks the runners, deals the 1-2, a little outside for ball 2.
Simon's Guard also warming up for the Oaks, so righty and a lefty. Sleece may have to call the firepower of the bullpen should this go extra innings.
2s across the board. 2 on, 2 away, 2-2 count. Salute deals, taken on the inside corner for strike 3. Beautiful pitch from Salute. Ends the top of the 9th, and the Pirates were in a golden opportunity but can't plate any runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We're through 8.5 here at Sparky-Anderson Field. Oaks looking to win it when we come back. Bottom of the 9th we go. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jonah Malkin. Alongside me is Jonathan Rifkind. Top of the order for the Oaks, DJ Miller to lead off, Grant Mayu on deck, and Brandon Lewis in the hole in a 7-7 ball game here at Sparky-Anderson Field. Oaks looking to win this in the bottom of the 9th. Duda still on the mound, deals the first pitch low and away for ball 1. The appeal over to first confirmed that call. Miller started off the game great, 2 for 2 with a triple and a double, but it's been 0 for 2 since with a strikeout and a flyout. 1-0, runs low once again for ball 2.
Miller showing the patience here, and he knows he is the biggest asset for the Oaks on the base path, so if he's going to get on base, he's going to show the patience and resilience in the batter's box to do so, because he can swipe bags and run all the way from first to third if need be.
2-0 pitch, runs upstairs for ball 3. And quickly Miller ahead in the count. And with his speed, if he can get over to first, 1 base hit could be all the Oaks need. 3-0 pitch, just misses above the strike zone for ball 4, and Miller will get walked over to first to get things started for the Oaks here in the bottom of the 9th.
That is a big mistake from Duda on the mound. The last person you want to put on base, especially in the bottom of the 9th inning, is the speedster. DJ Miller on first base, the fastest guy on the team, one of the fastest in the CCL, and a smart base runner, especially with the big bats of Mayu Lewis and, I guess, Shaken. Due up. This is a big opportunity and not a spot you want to be in if you're the Pirates. We'll see if the Oaks can capitalize.
Shane Leonard warming up in the bullpen for the Pirates if it goes extra innings. Grant Mayu steps in and misses the bunt for strike 1. Mayu looking to be a hero and deliver another RBI. He already has 2 on the day, an RBI in the first, and then a solo home run in the 5th. So Miller over at first with the go-ahead run up at the plate. 0-1 is dealt, cut on and missed. Miller's going to go. The throw is going to get to him in time for out number 1. That's a big out if you're the Pirates.
That's a huge out, a hit and run situation. Mayu couldn't get it. And a beautiful throw from Parisi. He's able to gun down Miller. Now the Oaks, without a situation, with a runner on base, they have to start from scratch with one up on the board.
Infield's going to take a step back. Mayu down in the count 0-2. Pitch comes in. Mayu hits that deep into left, but Kriz will get underneath it and make the catch for out number 2. And sometimes with big risk comes big reward on that opportunity. If Miller could have advanced over to second, then you set yourself up for a base hit and a walk-off run, because with his speed, he could come around. But a heads-up play from the Pirates, a beautiful throw from Parisi, tagged him out. And now with the flyout and 2 away, the Pirates can solely focus on Brandon Lewis, who's 1 for 4. Duda deals the first pitch, blooped in the middle. Glove to short. The throw to first is not in time, and Lewis will be safe over at first.
Wonder if they're going to give it a hit or an error, because the throw from Mona drew Mulcahy off the bag.
A slow roller.
They're going to call it an infield hit for Lewis. So, unfortunately, there's 2 away, but some capable hitters here for the Oaks, and the Oaks have a habit of doing something productive with 2 outs up on the board. We'll see if Sam Shaken, in his first at-bat of the game, can capitalize here.
That made Lewis 2 for 5 on the day after the slow roller to short. And Sam Shaken, who came in place of Chase Cockrell, looking to be the hero with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th, lays off the pitch on the inside for strike 1. Valparaiso Crusader came in the 8th in a big spot here. Duda deals the 0-1, just misses the outside corner for ball 1.
Good take there from Shaken. Not an easy pitch to lay off. That slider starting out over the strike zone and just tailing off towards that outer part. That's meant for Shaken to swing and a miss, but he showed good resilience there in the batter's box.
1-1 is dealt, cut on and missed for strike 2. Duda ahead in the count, 1-2, Shaken on the season, 4 RBIs, but none could come at a better time than right now. 7-7 ball game here in the bottom of the 9th with the go-ahead run up at the plate. Dudu deals the 1-2, tapped back and out of play, and we'll do it again. Oaks, 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Pirates, 7 runs, 13 hits, and 3 errors.
Yeah, they're taking that hit away from Lewis and putting up an error.
1-2 pitch. Lewis is going to go. The throw over to second. Not going to get there in time. And now with Lewis over at second, 1 base hit. Could be all the Oaks need to get out of this one.
Yeah, but they have to be careful now. Shaken in a 2-2 situation. Very good at making contact, but he has to make sure he can get that ball in a part of the park to advance Lewis if he does make contact.
Duda looking to get out of this inning, deals the 2-2, fouled out of play, and Shaken will stay alive for 1 more try.
Yeah, the game-winning run at second base. A 2-2 spot. Shaken, very capable, batted .324 at Valparaiso this past year. Led the team, and a local product knows this field pretty well. In a big spot.
Hit 4 home runs this past season. 2-2 pitch is hit deep into right center. Getting underneath it is Allen to make the catch and prevent the go-ahead run. So we are tied through 9 full here at Sparky Anderson Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. To the 10th we go. Bottom of the order for the Pirates here in the top of the 10th. 7-7 ball game. Welcome back, everybody. Jonah Malkin alongside me, Jonathan Rifkind here at Sparky Anderson Field. This is just the third time all season that the Oaks have had to go into extra innings. Salud still on the mound, deals the first pitch, cut on and missed for strike one. Lathrop is 2 for 4 on the day. Looking to get things started for the Pirates here in the top of the 10th. 0-1 pitch is dealt, grounded into foul territory for 0-2. Lathrop batting .238 for the Pirates this past season. No home runs, but 6 RBIs for the Antelope Valley College product. There are 3 in the starting lineup. 0-2, fouled out of play, and we'll do it again. Miguel Salud still on the mound. Came in the top of the 9th. Has just given up 1 hit. No runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout for the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. Takes the side from Castro. Comes set, deals the 0-2, tapped foul against the fence, and we'll do it again.
That ball actually took off Castro's glove. His glove was waiting up to catch that ball, and when it was fouled, it just ripped it right out of his hand. That's how fast some of these hitters hit these balls.
Heads up play, too, from Lathrop, because if Castro could have come up with it, would have put the umpire in a spot to perhaps call it a strike 3. So 0-2 the count, top of the 10th, nobody away. Kyle Lathrop in the batter's box, Kobe Allen on deck, and John Orhiga in the hole. Salud deals the 0-2, grounded to third. Mayu will toss it over to Santana for out number 1. 5-3 put out, puts 1 away for the Pirates here in the top of the 10th.
Salud just needs to keep working here. Don't worry about the fact that we're in the 10th inning. Don't worry about the score on the scoreboard. Don't worry about the stats of any of these players from their previous at-bats in the game. Just work like it's a 0-0 game, and you're inserted to keep this team from getting on base, but we'll see here if Solis pulls him, as it looks like he will for Jackson Simonsgard.
Solis walking up to the mound, wants to have a meeting with Salud and Castro, and we'll see if his day is done. And it will be. Jackson Simonsgard will come to the mound. We'll take a short break. Oaks and Pirates knotted at 7 apiece here in the top of the 10th. Jackson Simonsgard on the mound for the Oaks in place of Miguel Salud. Went 1 1/3 inning, gave up 1 hit and 1 strikeout. And Kobe Allen, the top of the order for the Pirates, steps in, takes that pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Simonsgard has been an incredible reliever, especially as of late. Played against the Foresters a couple games ago on the 4th of July. And in 2 2/3, gave up just 1 hit and 6 strikeouts. Quickly deals the 0-1, fouled out of play, and ahead in the count 0-2. Simonsgard with the team for his 3rd year was pretty vocal and outspoken about what the rivalry against the Foresters means to him in the post-game interview on Twitter. You can check out all the post-game interviews on our Twitter page. Deals the 0-2 and fouled into the Oaks dugout to stay alive. The southpaw used to play at Ventura College and now plays for Oxnard Community College. 1 away in the top of the 10th, up in the count 0-2. Deals, fouled back to stay alive is Allen.
And as quoted by Robbie Medell, Jackson Simonsgard is the Oaks' all-time leader in retrieved foul balls with 1,426. In his 3rd year with the team, he has accumulated quite a number.
0-2 pitch runs outside for ball 1. I think the CCL record could be 1,500 retrieved balls, so he's certainly inching his way closer to reaching that
I need
stat.
to find the person that did that because that is quite incredible.
1-2. Allen fouls that out of play to stay alive once again. He's been doing a nice job trying to work his way back in the count. Allen on the day is 2 for 4. 1-2, catches the outside corner for strike 3. Quickly, Simonsgard comes in, and quickly down goes Allen for the 2nd out of the inning.
That was a beautiful pitch, lefty-on-lefty matchup. Simonsgard looks phenomenal out there, and he has looked unbelievable this past season for the Oaks. Just incredibly developed, and his spotting has been uncanny from the mound.
Southpaw deals the first pitch, cut on and missed for strike 1. Micah Heiga steps in. He pinch hit for John Serrato in the 9th and was struck out by Salud. So 2 away, 0-1 pitch, runs outside for ball 1. 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Simonsgard. Likes to utilize that fastball. And he's been finding the strike zone extremely well. Deals the 1-2 low in the ground for ball 2. Pirates haven't been able to generate any runs since the 7th inning when they tied the game or took the lead. Big spot here, 2-1, popped into right center, and Oliver will get underneath it and make the catch for out number 3. So a ground out, a strikeout, and a flyout ends the top of the 10th on no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Oaks, one more opportunity. Can they close it in the bottom of the 10th? Don't
lineup.
Bottom of the 10th we go. Welcome back, everybody, to Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks looking to walk off with this one, a second opportunity with Cody Santana to lead off in the 5th spot. Jason Oliver on deck and Juan Gonzalez in the hole. First pitch from Duda, and he'll lightly toss it over to first for out number 2. So quickly 2 away in the bottom of the 10th. And Milo Beam, the left-hander, looking to be a hero. Already has a home run on the season, came a couple games ago. And looking for one more, and he's another one of these speedy runners. If he can get on base, gives the Oaks a golden opportunity. First pitch taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Jacob Castro waiting on deck if we get that far. 7-7 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 pitch, runs upstairs for ball 1. Beam, since he's come in place of Gonzalez, 0 for 1 with an unassisted ground out to first. Duda deals the 1-1. Beam hits that right into center field, glove of Kyle Lathrop for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. And we are going to the 11th inning for the first time all season. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. Welcome back to Sparky Anderson Field. To the 11th inning we go, and for the 11th inning, broadcasting partner Jonathan Rifkin.
Thanks, Jonah. First time we've hit the 11th inning this season. Oaks didn't even get there last season either. Pirates looking to break the tie at 7 as Simonsgard deals the first one to Mulcahy. Take that to Darren Kriz for strike number 1. Kriz on the day, 2 for 4 with a couple of singles, 2 runs scored, and 2 flyouts. 0-1 pitch runs in the dirt for ball 1. 7 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors for the Pirates. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Oaks. The righty from Cal State Monterey digs back in. The 1-1 is a one-hopper to short. Shaken gets it, fires it on the dime. The short hop to Santana is in time for out number 1.
Great play from Shaken, had to adjust his throw. He was falling back, but able to get it over to Santana quickly for out number 1.
Nice play there from the Valparaiso Crusader to the Hawaii Pacific Shark. Troy Mulcahy steps in. 2 for 5 on the day with a double, a single, reached on an error, struck out and ground out in his 5 trips. 7-7 our score. Top of the 11th. The first pitch from Simonsgard runs low for ball 1. Inside as well. Lay of the land here for you for the Oaks. Out in right, Jason Oliver, DJ Miller in center. Brandon Lewis in left. Give you the infield here in just a moment. Simonsgard deals the 1-0 pitch. Chopped at towards second, backhanded by Shaken, and he'll fire it across the diamond again for out number 2. 2 ground outs to short here, kicks off the 11th inning for the Pirates. The infield for the Oaks, Cody Santana at first, Max Weinstein at second, Sam Shaken at short, Grant Mayu at third, Jacob Castro behind the dish, and Jackson Simons, guard the 7th Oaks pitcher on the day, or still on the mound, I should say. Took over with 1 out back in the 10th inning. Miles Hager steps in, 1 for 4 on the day with a walk and a single. First pitch runs up for ball 1. Along with that single and walk is a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Waving that bat over his right shoulder. Simons guard comes set and deals the 1-0 pitch. A curveball at the knees for strike number 1.
Beautiful pitch from Simons guard on the outside corner. He just has been on an absolute tear. He's got great command over all of his pitches.
Takes the sign from Castro behind the dish, comes set on the rubber, and fires the 1-1 that catches the inside corner at the knees for strike number 2. A late call from the home plate umpire, but nonetheless, that puts Simons guard up in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big spot here for the lefty. Comes set and fires the 1-2 pitch. Grounded to second. Weinstein gloves it and tosses it to Santana for out number 3. A couple of ground out to short and a ground out to second get us out of the top of the 11 with no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. The Pirates go down in order for the 2nd straight inning. Oaks half on the other side of the break, still knotted up at 7. Bottom of the 11th here from Sparky Anderson Field. Still not up at 7 as the sun continues to set. Jacob Castro will lead things off in the number 8 spot for the Oaks. Shane Leonard takes over on the mound for the Pirates from the University of Antelope Valley. Brian Duda went 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, unearned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. As Castro takes the first pitch, he sees in the shallow left field for a leadoff single. And the Oaks have the game-winning run on first base here with nobody away, and the number 9 hitter, Max Weinstein, who really isn't a number 9 hitter, stepping up. If you have anybody in the plate, this is the guy you want because Max Weinstein is probably the most clutch player in the CCL, and playing at his home turf at Cal Lutheran, there's no one Solis would rather see in the batter's box than him. Not a lot of speed at first. Shaken takes a step-and-a-half lead off. Leonard deals the first pitch, slapped foul for strike number 1.
Yeah, and Castro on that last hit that beautifully into opposite field. No one was even close to getting to that one.
For Leonard, he's getting his 7th appearance of the season, 11 innings pitched, 1.64 2.94 ERA with a 1.09 whip, a phenomenal young pitcher. 9 strikeouts, 5 walks, 0-1 pitch taken for strike number 2.
Kind of has that similar throwing motion to Angus Denton, a sidearm submarine pitcher, but gets that late tail at the end.
1-on, 0-2 count. Weinstein digs back in. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Looking the 0-2 pitch. Cut on and missed for strike 3. Weinstein's down on strikeouts. The first on the day for Leonard. That puts an out up on the board here in the bottom of the 11th for DJ Miller. We're getting very close to this game possibly being called due to darkness. If that does happen, both sides could agree to either allow this to be a tie, or because the Pirates play back here at 12 o'clock towards the end of the month, they could play the rest of the game out. The first pitch to DJ Miller is skied into right center field. Running on it is Lathrop, and that's going to hit the wall. Rounding second to come to third is Castro. He's going to run all the way home. The throw comes in, and Castro's able to cross the plate and give the Oaks the win. A walk-off RBI double for DJ Miller as the team comes out and pummels him, and they take the win in the bottom of the 11th inning, 8-7. What a hit there for DJ Miller. Ends his day 3 for 5 with 2 doubles, a triple, and the game-winning RBI.
Unbelievable hit from DJ Miller. Roped that one deep into right center. No chance that either one of those outfielders was going to make a play, and great running from Castro. He was able to come all the way home.
Jonah, this has been a back-and-forth game. Let's go through these innings really quick. The Oaks struck first in the bottom of the first inning. The Pirates responded with 2 runs in the 5th. The Oaks got 3 in the bottom of the 5th, but the Pirates responded with 3 in the top of the 6th. The Oaks tried to respond with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 6th, but then the Pirates got 2 in the top of the 7th. The Oaks got 1 in the 8th, and that knotted up at 7 before we go into the 11th inning here when the Oaks were able to finally get a run in the bottom of the 11th inning. This was a big, much-needed win for them. The winning pitcher, by the way, for the Oaks is Jackson Simonsgard. The losing pitcher is Shane Leonard. If you're Coach Schlise and this team, yes, you're happy, but you played an interleague game against a team on paper that isn't as good. Are you actually happy with yourself, or is this one of those, wow, we won on a walk-off, but this shouldn't have been a walk-off situation to begin with?
I think that's exactly what you're thinking, because at the end of the day, not only should it never have gone to this point in the first place, but this being an interleague game, 12 innings, we had 2 errors in the game, which were both costly, and without those, the Oaks could have gone out of this game in a much more comfortable fashion. So, yes, you're happy. You'll take the win, obviously, because in case you end up tying down the stretch with an overall record similar or the same as the Foresters or someone else in the CCL, yes, that would give you the advantage, but in any other circumstance, this isn't an absolute crucial win for them. But look, they're coming in on a 2-game slump, and you'll take a win any way you can if you're the Oaks.
3 hours and 10 minutes was the gameplay. The final line, Pirates get 7 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors, 9 left on base. They drop to 17, 7, and 1 on the season. The Oaks get 8 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They leave 7 on base. They move to 18 and 11 overall. This does not affect their CCL record. Well, that's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. Head over to Twitter in about 5 minutes. I'll be with our player of the game, DJ Miller, with that walk-off RBI double, and went 3 for 5 on the day with a walk as well. But for everybody who made this broadcast possible, the entire Oaks crew, my broadcasting partner, Jonah Malkin, my name is Jonathan Rifkin, signing off. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock when the Oaks and the Saints duke it out in Pasadena. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. We'll see you on Saturday. Once again, the Oaks take it 8-7 in 11 innings.